Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects and the like. Thank you for joining in. Welcome all Mandela effectians. So tonight we have a very special show planned for you guys. Again, we got Sandy Diva. She provides us with residue along with Theresa Lynch. And we have a special guest tonight too, is Curious and Curiouser from her channel. She'll be posting her channel in the description and also in the comments. So please, guys, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more stuff, more great stuff. Theresa, you want to start off by doing some of the birthdays?
Yes, no problem, Brian. So it looks like today's birthday, which is November 14th, is an RD Pat Chack. He's in my group. A Tony Avery, his birthday is also today. He's in my group. We have Phyllis Renee Wheeler. Her birthday is November 12th. We have some upcoming birthdays. November 15th. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. November 16th. We have Megan Belms, which she goes by Megs B. Very well known in the community. I'm scrolling. November 23rd, we have Crystal Pitts Radaba and Rich Vasanik, if you're in the house. His birthday is coming up on Thursday, November 26th. Keith Landy is November 29th. And then we go into December, and that's for November.
Awesome. So are there any other birthdays we might have missed, Theresa? Is there any other birthdays?
Yes, you did, Brian. It's my birthday. Well, it was my birthday, and my birthday was last week on November 12th. Yay!
Really?
Yeah. You would cry if it happened to you. Da, 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 da.
Happy birthday, Theresa.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
So this is my second show of this week. We had a wonderful show with Curiouser, correct?
Yes, he's awesome. Awesome.
And we had a special guest come on, Scarab, aka Dan, aka Scarab Performance. And if you're listening out there, thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on the show. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and you really made my day. Thank you again, Dan, if you're out there listening.
Yes,
thank you. And it was an awesome show, guys.
Really quickly in the chat.
Thank you.
Char K, Hebro, and let's see, Love Troll all say happy birthday.
Oh my God. Thank you guys for coming to part 2. Continued. Thank you. Thank you guys all for coming. And we got some good effects for you guys tonight, along with some older ones and some newer ones. Right, Sandy and Brian and Curiouser? We got some good ones for tonight. Some shocking ones too.
Curiouser, you're our special guest tonight. You've been on our channel before. Sure. Can you tell the audience who is joining us for the first time, tell us a little bit about your channel and what you do?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. First of all, I'm sorry about my avatar. That's all. I'm using my phone. That's the only picture I could find. I'm sorry. But anyway. Yes, okay. My channel is Curiouser and Curiouser, and we do I do shows with Sandy and Theresa, and we go once a week, and it's usually on a Wednesday or Thursday day, but sometimes it's another day. So
just want to amend something. Your channel is not Curiouser and Curiouser anymore.
Oh, it's Curious and Curiouser. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Yeah,
sorry.
I changed my name, and from
you got the download.
It's Curious and Curiouser now, and
she got the download.
We just pile on the Mandela effects. Is basically it, and we always find a ton. So if you want to go there to find some effects, you know.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys are churning them out so fast. Like, I blink and there's 5 new Mandela effects.
Oh, I
I
know.
know.
You
God.
just see them, and there is
It's just,
three of us.
it's ongoing, constant.
That is
Yeah.
true. There are three
And
of you, so there's.
And there's
but
no way of ignoring them, guys. I mean, I literally can't go a day without seeing something. Like literally, I'll be like, okay, and it gets right in your face. It's like, please see me. Yeah. So if you can't ignore them, once you're wide awake to this effect, there's no going back to sleep. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. There is
Oh
no way
yeah.
going
Once
back.
you're awake,
No.
there's no going back. No way.
It's
Nope.
like,
Nope. Nope.
yeah,
Wide
and
awake.
every little thing counts, and
Yes.
because
Yes. Even
you
little
think
effects.
about it, it's a whole giant change, and we're all trying to understand this, right? So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
it's
So
it's there for us to observe. So that's what we're
and
doing.
learn. We're
Yes,
learning from this experience, and we're supposed to grow from this too. I believe we're growing and
mm,
learning and enriching our
definitely,
minds. Yep.
definitely.
But everybody, thank you in the chat. I'm trying to see it, but it's so little on my computer. Sandy, you want to do quick shout outs, or Brian, or somebody? Anybody want to do? I can't. It's very little for me to read. Sorry.
I don't mind doing it. I will do it. So we
Thank
have
you.
Charkay, Hebrew from Eternia, Love Troll is here. Curious, well, actually, Curiouser and Curiouser is in the chat. Curiously, Curious and
There you
Curiouser
go.
is in the show.
Oh.
Let's see. We also have Prelim Minimal. We have
Hey,
Brian
Freedom.
in the chat. System Failures here.
Right.
that's Mark
Oh, thank
Fields.
you. Yes, thank you, Mark, for coming to my party. Part
Thank
2.
you for showing up, Mark.
So I think
Thank
that's
you.
everybody. I hope I didn't miss anyone.
I'm sure more will come. I posted this everywhere.
There's a lot of lurkers right now. Come say hi,
guys. Don't be
hi.
shy. Come and say hi to me.
Now, Sandy, let me explain the way these men.
You broke up. What'd you say, Brian?
What happened, Brian? Brian?
Brian.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Brian.
Hey, Sarah.
What happened?
I think Brian lost his
Brian?
audio feed.
Oh, no.
Oh,
you want to talk about anything, guys? Oh, no.
Oh,
Sandy?
boy. Lord Frybread is here. Hello. Sarah's here. Hi.
Hi. Hi,
Sarah.
Sarah.
Says happy birthday, Theresa.
Oh, thank you. And I sent her a friend request. I think she accepted. Thank you, Sarah.
Okay. Good. Tobin's here.
Thank
Hey,
you for
Tobin.
coming.
Happy birthday from Tobin.
Hey, Tobin. Mr. Swing. Who else is coming in? Oh, uh-oh.
Cecilia Berry's here.
Hi, Cecilia. Welcome.
And Brian
Are they just
has
popping
left
in?
the stream.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Brian,
Just
if you're listening, please.
Brian, come back.
Well, come back. Oh,
I'm
like in
assuming,
Titanic. Jack,
I'm
come back. Come back, Jack.
I'm assuming that all that music he was running through for the show, he crashed the computer.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Are we still live?
Oh, yeah.
Guys, are we still live?
We are still live.
Okay.
It's just the three of us. And
It's,
not one of us can present anything.
Yeah.
We can ask stuff.
Oh, see, now I know how you felt, Sandy.
Yeah.
Curiouser, like, can you present? Oh, wait, there he is.
I'm back.
Oh, Brian.
All right.
Yay. Yay, Brian's back.
My computer restarted. My bad.
Oh, my God. Oh, scary.
So,
it happens.
Where were we?
We did call out. Sandy, anybody new popping in?
Not yet.
Any newbies?
I see Lord
Frybread.
Yep.
She shouted them out. Yep.
Everybody's name. Even Sarah's here. Sarah Tobin.
Sarah says hi.
Hi, Sarah.
Yay.
System failure.
I think more people are going to come in. Mark's here. Anybody else popping in? I posted this everywhere, guys, before the show. The show. So there should be a lot of people coming, hopefully.
Okay.
Oh, wait, somebody. Is maybe it's Mandela coming, Brian?
We don't know.
We sent her an invite. Hopefully she'll join in.
Okay. Just check on, see if she look in the backstage to see if she might be there. You never know.
Yeah, I'm going to constantly check the backstage, especially the way this connection's been going. Again, I'm sorry for any technical difficulties, but we're going to try to get back on track here now. So the way I would like to do these Mandela effects tonight is a little bit different than what we've been doing. We're not just going to ask you guys in the chat. We're going to make it simple. If you remember the way it is now, you type a 1 in the chat. If you don't remember the way it is now, you hit a 2. So if it's a Mandela effect for you, hit 2. If it's not a Mandela, hit 1. Okay? You get it?
Well, that's not going to work when there's multiple stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, Brian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the ribbon, the ribbon one. There's like 4 different options. So.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Press 2.
I mean, it's still. I mean, my reality is 1, and then there's 3 other to choose from. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, we'll just say if it's not the way you remember, then press 2.
Okay. So 1 if it is, 2 if it isn't.
Right.
And then I guess you can elaborate when there's more options. So.
Yeah, we'll just kind of play it by ear.
So if it's not,
so what's going to be?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let's just make it easy. 1 if it's a Mandela, 2 if it's not.
Okay.
Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that answer your question, Preliminal? It's open to 2.
Don't.
All right, so let's start off with the first one. Which one should I cover first, Sandy?
Let's do the ribbon first. That's the one with multiple options, so we can get that out of the way.
What's the title?
I think it's ribbon or the ribbon or.
Oh yeah, I see it. Scary stories to tell in the dark.
Yes.
Oh.
A Scholastic book.
Oh, a Scholastic.
Yes, that's a Scholastic.
Everybody knows Scholastic. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This one's big for me. This story traumatized many a kid in the 80s and 90s.
Crunchy B's here.
Hey, Crunchy B.
Thank you, Mark.
B. I love saying that. Hey, Crunchy B. Wait a minute. Wait, she just asked something.
Hey, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I really appreciate it. And all the birthday shout-outs. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Scary
What are we
stories.
seeing here now? Oh.
You guys see my screen?
Sandy, you want to explain this?
Yes. Yes, we can see your screen. So I discovered a new variation Mandela effect in a story I read as a kid. It was in this book, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Yeah, next one.
Spooky.
Okay, so the Velvet Ribbon is about a girl who always has a ribbon tied around her neck. She refuses to take it off under any circumstance. So every single day of her life, this ribbon is around her neck, and she will not ever take it off.
What?
Yeah. So just wait. Okay. You know the next one. So on her deathbed, she allows her husband to untie it, and her head falls off.
Oh.
So it turns out the ribbon was holding her head on this whole time.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Don't trust anybody with ribbons around their neck.
Mm-hmm. So if you know this story That's the
Wow.
problem. What color is the ribbon isn't a 1 or 2 answer.
I remember black.
It's not a 1 or 2 answer.
Okay, so you remember
Oh.
black.
Yeah.
Crunchy B
You can't
remembers
do
the
1 or
story.
2.
What color was the ribbon,
She
Crunchy
does?
B? He wrote from attorney, it says red. Lee affected shell. Hey.
Whoa. Moon Freedom
red.
says green.
Crunchy B is red. Moon Freedom says green. Yeah. You see the
I think it's red.
variation already? We got black, red, and green already.
Yeah, we're very. Yeah.
I still don't see the fourth one.
Phenomenal said he never seen it.
No problem.
Sharkay said she doesn't know the story.
It's okay. Stational Sin says red. So here's the thing. And Love Troll says red. We can already go on to the next one because that's what I remember. I remember it being red. It was red. Dean Johnson, do not even start with that chartreuse. It's red or green, depending on your reality. Brian?
Wow. Lots of red.
Next
Brian?
one?
Yeah, next slide. Yeah.
I still think it's black.
Okay, well, it was red in my past. The problem
Me
is
too. Me too.
there are now many variations of the story, and the most common color now is green.
No.
What?
Yeah. But
yeah.
It's also black and yellow.
What?
Yeah. So here's green.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry, Moon Freedom. It's in the red color because it was not green in my past. There's a lot of green. Because like I said, green is the most common color. So there's a lot of residue for green.
Wow.
These pictures show green.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, what
green
color
looks
was it
so weird, Sandy.
For me, it was red. But don't worry,
Me
I have
too.
residue of black for you, Brian.
What about you, Chris? Curious, sir? What do you remember?
I don't know
color?
this one. I can't say. I can't say.
So here's yellow.
Okay.
There's a yellow version. And I believe in this version, her husband takes it off while she's sleeping. So she doesn't even get to old age. She doesn't get to her deathbed. She just...
Next one?
Yeah. Next one should be the black residue.
Yep, that's what I remember.
Ribbon.
I remember
black. Look at the yellow. There's yellow too.
Yep.
You know who else had a ribbon around her neck?
And black. Huh.
Cinderella.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Cinderella.
I remember her with the white. I remember her with a white ribbon.
Now here's
a white
my
one,
reality.
really?
Yeah, Cinderella.
Okay.
Okay, so there's the one you remember, the red.
Mm-hmm. Which there is not much residue of because, like I said, the most common color now is green.
No.
Wow. Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so now everyone would press 1 or 2 if this is a change for you. That's what Brian's asking you to do. If this was a change for you, 1 or 2 in the chat.
What does 1 mean? Yes? And 2, no, right? Okay. What are people saying? Let's see. Brian says 1 for yes. Who else? Anybody else?
I guess I can put a 1 in the chat. Everyone knows a change for me.
Hey, Running Fox is here. Hey, Running Fox. Hey, Dean Johnson. Moon Freedom.
Dean's here. Welcome, Dean.
Welcome, Dean. Welcome, Running Fox. And Show Me Sasquatch is here. Guardian
Looks like
Matrix.
we got, how many ones? We got 5 ones so far.
Crunchy B said 1. I said 1. Lord Fry read the...
I love the I don't know emojis.
They're funny. It's a good one, Sandy.
All right. So
Is it unanimous?
we'll just say
Whatever
that
you-
one's Emmy.
All right, listen, there's 2 elephant folders. You got to do the real ones first.
Okay.
I'm gonna show my elephants. Yay! These are so weird.
Oh, Hebrew, if the ribbon was a Mandela effect for you, you're putting 1 in the chat. If it's not a Mandela effect for you, you're putting a 2.
Sandy, you want to explain this one?
Ah, good idea, Sandy.
Theresa,
And
so guys, have you
Hey.
ever seen
Who?
an elephant with hair?
Let her read it.
Besides a mastodon or a woolly mammoth in history books and museums.
I think that describes me, Sandy.
No, stop it.
Brian. It's so funny.
Hey, it's a birthday show. We're having
Oh my
fun.
God. Well, I'm having fun.
No, for me. What
No
do I
for
push
me.
1? 1?
Well, guess what?
Well, yeah. So the Asian elephant, I can't see it yet, is near extinction. And some have so much hair that they remind me of Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I just found that. When did I find that, Sandy? Last night or today?
Today.
Today? Yeah.
Mhm.
This morning I'm like, okay, I'm not looking for Mandela effects. Then it pops up in my Facebook, like my different weird animals groups, and I'm like, no.
Are you guys seeing this?
And yeah, it's a hairy elephant. They're not supposed to have hair at all.
No way. God.
Yeah, I found that. Curious, I found that this morning early. I wasn't even looking for Mandela effects. Trust me. Remember the whole thing when you're not looking? I found this. I haven't even posted in the group yet. I said I'm going to save it for the show. I was this close to posting it, right, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, nope. I got to save it for everyone. Look at this.
No way. That
Look
looks
at that.
like the
You
ones.
need to share.
See, now
Aw.
normally hair
Yeah,
on a
but
mammal would hold heat in.
Yeah,
But
look at
for
this.
some reason, hair on elephants allows them to cool up to 20 degrees cooler. So it keeps them cool in the heat.
This
So
is
these
crazy.
are
I
only
freaked out.
are they only restricted to Asian elephants?
So far, that's all I found. Yeah, Asian elephants.
So what do African elephants do?
African elephants don't
Keep
have
cool.
the hair.
Well, I guess they're out of luck.
I've never seen this before, and I'm like, oh my God, Sandy. Oh.
I've never seen it either.
Obviously, it'd be pretty difficult to Photoshop something like this. I mean, it could be done, but I highly doubt it since there's so many from different sources. You guys see that?
Look at that hair.
The elephants. I encourage you all to go out there. Just do a Google search for Asian elephants and just see what comes up. See if you're seeing what we're seeing. So if this is a Mandela effect for you, press 1 in the chat. If not, press 2.
Oh, we just lost Theresa, the birthday girl.
All right, we'll get her back.
Oh wait, there's a slide you missed.
There is?
Oh, I thought so. Oh
No,
no,
I
you
covered
didn't.
them
You
all.
got it. You got it. Never mind. All right, so the next elephant folder.
Is that the snuffle?
Yep. So far, all ones in the chat.
Oh, it did not want me talking about
Maybe-
elephants.
Wait, maybe it's Mandela. I sent you a StreamYard link if you want to join us.
Yeah, where is she? Yeah,
Come on,
Rena, come on in, girl.
Please
Come
join.
join my party. Come, please join, Rena.
All right, guys. Guys, this is a yes or no question, so 1 or 2 is perfect for this. Speaking of elephants,
Come on
do
in,
you know
Rena.
this Sesame Street Muppet?
Nope.
Stay here for a minute, Brian. Don't go anywhere. I already see you going for that arrow. You stay put. I want to see if anyone knows this Muppet.
Is that Snuffleupagus when he was a baby?
Nope. So preliminary, do you know who this is?
Brian, did you send her
Sandy
PR?
sent it.
I sent it to her.
You sent it? Okay, Rena, check your messenger.
Yes.
We'd love to have you come in.
Yes, definitely. I'd love you to be here.
It looks familiar to me. Yeah, looks familiar.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen this thing in my life.
She's so cute.
Yeah, well, Stational Sid
how
knows
is she
her.
related? What? Seriously? I've never seen her before, and I watched
knows who this is. Yes.
Wow. She's adorable.
All right, so we can go to the next slide now. So this is Alice, Snuffleupagus's baby 2-year-old sister.
Oh.
And I've never seen her before, and it's not like she was like in one episode. No.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Brian to get to the next slide.
There we go.
Aww.
Alice?
Oh my gosh.
All right, next slide.
I'm on the next one.
No, I mean, you can go to the next one. I already said all this.
Okay.
Aww.
She's been in several books. She was on Sesame Street from 1988 through 2000, so not exactly a short time period. And
oh my God.
She's even been in, and she's made guest appearances over the years, including the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Yet I've never seen her before.
Good find, Sandy.
And Sandy, you've seen the Thanksgiving Day Parade every year, right? Most people
yes, I have. Yes. I've never seen Alice Snuffleupagus before.
Nope.
And that goes along with the hairy elephants, I guess.
Yeah, that's what led me to this, actually.
Sandy found it off of my hairy elephant. Yep.
And you know what else is weird too is how the continents have gotten a little bit closer. Like South America's closer to Africa now. So maybe we're going back to Pangea. Maybe we're going back to Pangea.
I may have to run outside.
What's going on?
What's the matter? What happened? What's the matter, Sam?
Jerk with a system in the back of their car just drove up the street and set off all the car alarms.
Yours too? Do you have a car alarm?
Yeah.
Do you need it? Do you need to go check your car? Or are you gonna be fine? Or what's gonna go on?
I think I'll be fine. They all went off, so maybe
but it'll eventually stop, won't it?
I'll check it after the show.
Okay. Dean Johnston. Oh, what does he have to say?
Thank you, Dean.
What's it say, Brian? Mystery Babylon, the great mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, she was drunken with blood of the saints and with the blood of martyrs of Jesus. Revelation 17:5-6. 1824. Thank you, Dean. That was very enlightening. Thank you. So what are we moving on to next, Sandy? Or Brian?
Brian, whatever he wants to move on to.
What do you want next, Brian?
I was thinking we could cover one of my favorite subjects personally, that's logos.
Okay, go ahead. It's a small folder, but there's a couple new things in there from last night.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Hang on, everyone. Hang on tight.
Fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
This is small. I'm sorry, but this is the same font that was used in the last Starfighter with that weird cut-off S. The M and the look at the U. It's an I. because it's connected to the M. It's ridiculous.
It's all merged together.
Mm-hmm. But we've been seeing this weird S cutoff. All right, so I do not remember this. De La Soul. This is the cassette. Look at the La. There's a pyramid
No.
for an A.
Weird.
The dots next to the bent L almost looks like a Z. It's weird.
What's this right here?
Oh, so that is residue of Jaws having normal teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Now they're all messed up. Jaws logo.
Yeah, he had normal teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now we don't.
Except I don't know. It's the red bar flag.
The red bar flag.
Red bar.
I like that.
Nice one.
Did I mention my tattoo has the red under the blue? Sandy?
No.
Can I show them real quick?
You want to show it?
Sure.
Flash them.
Okay. Let me show it.
It's hard to see it, Brian.
Do you see the red?
Oh my God. There it is, Brian.
Yep.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, nice. Very nice, Brian.
Thank you.
Where's your party hat? You're supposed to wear your party. Where's your party hat? Put it on. No party hat? Okay.
Just imagine me with a party hat.
I can. It'd be a cool one.
Captain Kangaroo. Who remembers this show?
I do.
I do.
I do.
Theresa?
This is a two-part question.
Yep.
Sandy?
I'm here.
So what's the issue here is with the logo, right?
It's not on the screen. That's the issue.
Oh, okay, never mind. Let me get it on the screen.
That might help.
All right, there we go.
So the font, the A's. Look at the A's. They're that weird. It starts at the bottom and then cuts up.
They're cut off right there.
They're not. It's not. Yeah, but it's not just that they're cut off. It's like that weird. It starts at the center part starts at the bottom and then goes diagonally up. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it's that weird diagonal A. And the A's are cut off, yeah. And the R's are cut off. I don't remember that. That looks so weird. And I don't remember these puppets. Like Theresa doesn't remember the bunny with the glasses.
I don't remember him having glasses. I remember him being there, but I don't remember the glasses on the puppet. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But I'm looking at the font, and you notice that Ra? Like, I'm sure if Rena were here, she would tell us all about the Ra.
She's here. I think she's in the chat, isn't she?
Rena, you there?
Come in.
If you're there, tell everyone about the Ra. We've been seeing a lot of this Ra stuff in logos.
Oh, there's too much Ra.
All the time.
Yeah, a lot of Ra.
It's a common theme.
Tried it?
Trident.
Sandy, what's this one about?
What's with Trident?
I don't remember Trident bubblegum. But more importantly, this is the font on the commercial.
Oh,
look at
the
F is cut off, but the T isn't. The E's are crooked. It's just all wrong. I don't remember seeing E's like that when I was a kid. The F was not cut off when I was a kid. And why is the T cut off in out, but not dentists?
Yes. It makes no sense.
It's just weird.
What's this one?
So, all right, the top is, I don't remember Toys R Us having clothing for people, saying I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't remember that. I also don't remember on the bottom Taco Bell having kids' meals.
Wait, Taco Bell has kids' meals?
They did in the 80s. I don't remember that.
Taco Bell made Happy Meals. Isn't that weird? Strange.
I'm a Toys R Us kid.
I want to be one.
There's better pictures. There's the Toys R Us kid. Yeah, there's better pictures of it. And then now, that Casablanca logo is wrong. Casablanca, whatever you want to say. That's from another Mandela effect that covered a CED vinyl record. The logo's wrong. It's from the 80s.
I'm looking up the logo to make sure it hasn't changed.
No, the regular logo's fine.
They didn't have strange fonts and logos in the 80s. So, I mean, there's just no way. No way.
Yeah, it's weird.
Casablanca.
In the 80s, it was more like the more normal looking, the better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
What's with that Fisher logo, the E and the R merged?
Well, here's the weird part. Look at Peanuts. The E is crooked in Peanuts, but not in Honey.
You mean slanted? It's slanted.
Yeah. Yeah, slanted.
Whoa. I see it.
Yeah, there's no consistency right there.
Right.
No.
Oriental Classics.
Did you notice that Beatrice? Look at that B.
Oh, yeah, the Beatrice.
The B and Beatrice.
Look at the T. Yeah.
It's not just the B.
The T.
The A, the E, they're all broken.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the E's are broken.
Oh, my God. The whole thing's messed up.
Yeah.
Wow. Good find. Interesting.
So new is merged in the one below it, the E and the W. And then the NT and the AL are merged in Oriental Classics.
Oh.
Yeah, don't we love logos? We just love logos, Sandy.
Guys, I really think all this merging is telling us that timelines are merging. I think that's what's causing all the merging. I really do. What do you guys think? Merging letters is a way of saying that our timelines are merging. I really do. Seriously, 100%.
Two of them, or there's more.
Yep. I remember before the Mandela effect, I never remember seeing merged letters. Well, then again, I'm looking awake, but still, that it just don't look normal. Lily. Is Rena going to come in?
I don't know. Do you guys ever wake up like thinking what else is going to change next?
Yes, all the time. All the time. Every day. I'm like, okay, bring it on. Bring it on. I'm ready for you. I'm ready. Just bring it on.
All right, so we're going to cover.
What you want to do, Brian?
I guess we'll start with the Wizard of Oz. Now, what's with this one?
Oh my
there's
God.
a lot going on with that. This is not going to work with a 1-2 in the chat, Brian. Maybe at the end you can ask people for the 1s and the 2s, but not this one. There's a lot. So the first part comes from Rich Fasanic.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Scarecrow having hay coming out of his ear? And do you remember his nose being that dark?
Yes. Thank you, Rich. Very nice find. Oh.
I guess that's a no.
So now it appears that the Scarecrow has two things going on with him. Besides the hay sticking out of his ear, you've got a really dark nose. And there is residue showing it lighter and different colors as well. Right, Sandy?
Yeah.
Oh. Let's ask him the question. In The Wizard of Oz, at the very end of the movie, when they were getting ready to, Dorothy was getting ready to go back to Oz, and the Tin Man was handed a heart. What do you remember the heart look like? Do you remember A, on the left, which is daisies, hanging on a heart with the clock? Or do you remember B to the right, a heart with a silver chain? What do you remember that he was that the wizard handed to him? What color? What do you remember, left or right? The Tin Man at the very end of the movie. This one really tripped me out, Brian. What do you remember? Left?
I kind of remember the one on the right, don't you?
Yeah. Wait till you see now. What do you guys remember? Yeah, so do I.
Of the two, the one on the right is better for me.
Yes.
But so, this is my reality.
Okay,
my reality was just a regular heart, no chain, that went inside a little compartment that he had in his chest.
Mm-hmm. What do you remember, Brian?
The one on the right with the chain. That's
okay,
what I remember.
I'm with you.
But there is residue there with the heart being on the right. Look at that on the t-shirt there, and over here on the left, on that picture on the left.
Yep. So, you want me to tell them what it is now, or are we going to show it? It's not a silver chain. We're gonna show you. If you look to the right, it's now daisies. I am not kidding.
Yeah.
He was handed daisies with the clock. I'm dumbfounded over this. I'm like tripping. Yeah, now it's daisies. Not a chain, daisies. I'm not even kidding. Look to the right.
That's funny because
I'm tripping. Like,
it's funny what? Yeah, daisy chain.
Daisy chain. That's perfect, Sandy.
Crazy.
Yep. It could be a hint that we're in a simulation.
I remember chain 100%. Hold on, my internet's got me going robot-y. Hold on. Y'all hear me?
You sound fine to us.
Oh, okay. Well,
look
I
at
had
that.
to move my phone. This is residue.
I love that tattoo on the top right.
Exactly. And I told Sandy, I said, there's no way that it was ever daisies. And this one's really, it's one of these that, ones that just get to you. This is one that gets to me. Like, really. It's like one of the,
There are people adamantly putting ones in the chat.
What?
And one means it is a Mandela, right?
Yeah. Crunchy V. This is a change for me for sure. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1.
And if you look, see?
There's more residue.
Yeah. There's Sandy's thing with the open. See that? And that's from what show, Sandy? Family Guy?
Family Guy.
Yeah, they remember it being open where you can put the heart inside.
I don't remember the door being that big, but I do.
No, there's no way it was daisies. It was a chain, just a regular chain.
Yeah. Brian, go watch if you want to. I don't know if there's a way you can show a little scene from it without getting a copyright.
Theresa, I think the pictures are enough. I don't want to get a copyright.
Okay, so I found another huge change. One change led to another change. I'm looking at the guards, which actually they're called, don't laugh, they're called Winkies. That's the name that they're given in Wizard of Oz. These are the witches' guards. Look what's around their neck. Do you remember that clunky white thing that looks like a garlic?
Heck no.
I found that.
Mm-hmm.
I found that, and I'm like, no way. That's a brand new change, guys. Do you guys in the chat remember? One, you remember, or two, you don't remember it. What do you remember?
I'm gonna check with the chat right now if you guys remember those chains around their neck.
Well, no, clunky things. That's not a chain. That's a clunky thing.
Right. Hey, Evan Powers is here. Hey, Evan.
Hey, Evan, welcome.
How's the new baby?
Getting bigger. He's handsome. I saw the pictures. He's a handsome little boy.
And so what do you remember? Fan just joined us recently.
Who?
I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Fa-Q-Than?
Ooh.
Or Tan?
Okay.
Okay. Welcome, whatever your name is.
Brian, did you get those books out the list I sent you?
Which list?
The list I sent you of the
Yeah.
winners.
Yes,
The winners.
I did get the list.
Okay, good.
I got to go through that list.
So,
That's what I'm saying. Did you send them out yet? You did not.
No, I did not. I'm going to get those sent out.
So
All right.
we need to show residue for the Winkies, which is what they're called. Hey, Evan. Welcome.
Wait.
Ron is fine. Thank you. That's so much better. Thank you.
So do you guys remember one yes or two no for those the clunky thing? Brian, you want to show the picture again? We have residue.
The chunky chains.
Okay.
Show them again for people who are just popping in.
Okay. Well, I'm just looking up this thing, Winkies.
That's what they're called. Which
Winkies.
I never knew that. That's new for me also. I never knew they were called Winkies. I just call them the witches guards.
Yeah, the guards.
Yeah. But see that? Point to that again. Point to it again with your little pointer.
Do you guys see the clunky things around their necks?
It freaked me out, guys. I'm like, no. I would have remembered that. Look at it stands out like a sore thumb, and it's on all of them. And even when the scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the lion, when they were trying to blend in, they even have it on. Like when they try to put the costumes on, and you'll see a picture coming up. They even have it on. I don't remember that, guys, and I've seen this movie too many times growing up. Yeah, see that? Look.
No, there's no way.
I think that's a good find, Brian, right? Finding this?
It's a good find.
Huge. This is a huge change, guys. Here's some, I'm going to give credit for this residue. Rena, maybe it's Mandela, but she found this residue. Thank you, Rena. Excellent residue. She sent it to us. Right, Sandy?
Yeah.
Excellent residue.
It is.
And we're going to go on to another change I found. The broom.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you remember? The Wicked Witch of the West. Which broom do you remember? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? Brian, can you zoom in on this picture? What do you remember, guys? 1, 2, or 3?
I think I remember 1.
Okay. What do you remember, Theresa?
Yeah, I think 1.
I'm with you guys. 1. Sandy, what do you remember?
1.
Okay. What does the chat remember? Don't go anywhere. Brian.
1.
What do you? Everybody remember 1?
I only have one answer so far from Lily. We got 1 broom on left.
Chat, what do you remember? 1, 2, or 3 for the Wicked Witch as broom of the West? Which one do you remember? 1, 2, or 3? You can answer now if you like.
Running Fox says none of these brooms look right. I do want to mention it's the lighting for number 3 that it looks white. That's supposed to be a brown broom, a natural brown color. It looks white because of the overexposure.
Yeah. What do you guys remember?
Adam for Christ, number 1. Crunchy Bee, number 2. Tobin Charkay, 1s. Maybe it's Mandela, 1.
Cool. Thank you, guys. Anybody else? Should we do the big reveal?
Yeah.
So, the current timeline is, you ready? Drum roll. Brian, do a drum roll.
Oh, don't tell me it's the one in the middle.
No.
No, it's the the third one.
No.
The broom, guys. You guys, yes. The current timeline, the Wicked Witch of the West, now has red stripes on her broom. We're not even kidding.
It did not have. It did not have red stripes on it. Did not.
And it's got a bulbous top with like a nipple on the end. I don't remember that.
Yep. No. Sandy found that part of it. I found the red stripes, and she found the funny. It looks like a match, don't it? Like an end of a match.
Yeah, like an end of
a matchstick.
Exactly.
There's no way.
Brian, yep. Told you guys, we're on a roll and they don't stop coming.
No.
I told you guys there were going to be some shocking Mandela effects. When they come, guys. Full speed, right?
It was a regular broom, and
Yeah.
it was short. Like, I mean, like.
We know, Brian. Trust me, we know.
Oh.
It's hurting your head, isn't it?
Yes.
So we're looking at residue now. Some residue. See? None of them have red stripes on them.
No.
But if you look at the current timeline in the movie, she now has the red stripes with that weird looking shaped bulbous thing at the end.
That is definitely an MB. And if I was Moneybag 73, I would be covering this right now.
Well, if he is, you better give me credit.
Yeah, Theresa found that one, Moneybags.
Yes, Moneybags. Yep.
Okay.
And that's it for Wizard of Oz. Until I find another crazy effect with Wizard of Oz, and they're not going to stop coming. We already know about the gun and the witches thing, that big round thing. What's it called? The big round thing with the Theresa, I think you found that one, didn't you? That one changed.
What big round thing?
The witches, the round thing with it's got stripes on it now. You remember how in the movie it now changed where like it's like a powder thing that they were squirting at the witch, that big round thing?
Oh, yeah.
Well, now instead of being all silver, I noticed when you were showing it, now it's got red on it too as well.
Yeah.
That's a change. Yeah, it was just regular silver. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah, check the if you have an old VHS copy or an old DVD of Wizard of Oz, and see if the broom is like that or not.
You might have to zoom in on it.
See if it has the red stripes or not.
Yeah. Okay. What's next, guys? What do you want to do next, Brian?
Let's see.
That was a good one, though, Sandy.
I'd like to see about these glaciers.
Oh, good. Good, Sandy. You talk about them. My salty things are in there. Go ahead. I'll let you do this one. Okay. Hey, Rena. Yes, Rena.
He said, "Love y'all." Rena said, "Love y'all."
Oh, I wanted her to come on.
All right, so we're going to talk about what is a glacier made of.
Go ahead, Sandy. You can do it for me.
That's the question. That's the question for the chat. What is a glacier made of?
What's it made out of? In the chat, what do you guys remember a glacier made out of? We're not going to give no A, B, or C answers. We're going to let you guys try to decide on your own what you remember.
Can I flip over to the next one?
No.
No.
I'm waiting for some answers from the chat. I only have one.
Yes.
Only one?
Come on, guys. What do you remember? What's a glacier made out of? Think about it.
It's supposed to be made of ice and rock, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What's it actually made of?
You'll find out, Brian.
All right, now you can go to the next slide because it's 90% ice with one person who got it right, salt.
Get this. I found this one.
Salt glaciers?
Yep. Yep. Look at the picture.
Yeah, Theresa found the salt glacier.
Sandy, go ahead and read. Go ahead and read it.
Salt glaciers now. That's it. That's all it says.
At the bottom.
All right, so a salt dome is a type of structured dome formed when a thick bed of evaporite minerals found at depth intrude vertically into surrounding rock strata, forming a diaper. It is important in petroleum geology because salt structures are impermeable and can lead to the formation of a stratigraphic trap. So a salt glacier is a rare flow. I can't see it because it's zoomed in on my screen. Crystalline salt caused by a salt dome.
Yep. Sandy, you get all fancy with these words.
scientist did, Theresa. So the Zagros Mountains in Iran are supposedly famous for their salt glaciers. And I say
That is so
supposedly
weird,
because
though.
I've never heard of them.
That's incredible.
That is nothing.
Aren't they beautiful, though?
Wait till you
the
see the next
shapes of them.
images.
Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. And they come in different colors too, right, Sandy?
Mm-hmm. They remind me of the Rainbow Mountains that keep popping up all over the world.
Yeah.
Rainbow Mountains.
Yep. Rainbow Mountains.
Yeah, guys.
Look at the colors.
The witch's broom is that it's huge, and it's got red in the ends. I was looking at YouTube clips of the Wizard of Oz.
Oh man, no, it
Yeah.
did not have rings on it.
I know.
The whole thing's wrong for me. The rings and the bulb and the little tip. It looks all wrong.
Yep. Told you guys.
The broom is
crazy. It's getting really
tremendous.
weird.
It's so big. It looks so funny. Okay.
That bottom middle one.
I told you this was the big one.
That bottom middle one looks like a piece of steak.
Are you hungry, Brian?
Don't make me hungry, Brian.
I'm sorry. It looks
Thank you, System Failure.
Since we are discussing salt, I had to share this natural salt wonder. Now, what is this?
All right. So when I was finding looking for images of Teresa's salt glaciers, I came across this, and it's pretty spectacular. It's not the outside that's spectacular; it's the inside. So you can go next. It's the salt mine, the Perm salt mine.
Going to the next one.
Yeah, the Perm salt mine.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I still can't see it.
It looks crazy, guys.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, you want me to read it? You want me to read it, Sandy?
Have you ever heard of the abandoned Perm salt mine in Russia?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that one, so I can't say.
That is weird looking. Look at the colors.
Its nickname is the psychedelic salt mine, which it gets from the carvings and natural colors and patterns on the salt. Those are natural patterns?
They are no. The patterns of the salt are natural. The carvings are from machines that were drilling the salt.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Wow. You know what it looks like, guys? Like seashells, like Beninachi. How do you say that? Beninachi? What's that word?
Beninachi, yeah.
Spirals. That's what reminds me of. Amazing. That one blows my mind.
Oh, you're breaking up, Theresa.
We lost Theresa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Brian?
Did we lose Theresa?
Yeah, we lost Theresa.
Yeah, where'd she go? Theresa, if you're listening, try to come back. Brian, keep an eye on the back stage.
She's
okay,
back.
Theresa.
There we go.
Hey, Theresa, you're pulling a Theresa. She's muted, Brian. Take her off the mute.
I didn't mute her.
No,
okay, maybe she's doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Look at that. That looks like one of those.
Hey, Sharkey.
Honestly, that looks like one of those 3D T-shirts I was looking at earlier today. They have T-shirts now with optical illusions on them.
No way. I want one.
You want to see one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
please.
I want to see one. It's not going to give me. It's not going to make me dizzy, is it? Oh. Oh my God, Brian. Oh my God, Brian. Did you just show me that?
What?
Oh my God, Brian. Show me that again. You're not going to believe this.
What's that? What?
Oh my God. I was going to send you that. I'm not even kidding. I took screenshot. Oh my God. Hold your thought. I was gonna really show you that. Oh my
Are you
god. Oh my
sure?
god. I'm not. I'll even show you the screenshots. Hold on. I really
How,
screenshot
how,
this, and I was gonna.
how do you always seem to know?
I'm gonna prove to you what I took screenshots of. You ready?
You see this? They even have a checkerboard one.
Brian, you were freaking me out. You were freaking me out. I swear, I just took pictures of these a couple hours ago.
No way.
Look. I'm not even kidding. I swear. Here, I'm gonna prove it to you. Ready? I can even show you what time I took pictures of these. Look. I'm not even kidding. I'm freaking out right now because there's no way that you and I took pictures of the same thing. We did it again. I took the pictures at 7:46 a.m. I'm going to prove to you. Ready? I'm going to prove to you that I took pictures of these at what time. Guys, this is not the first time this has happened. You ready? Look at the time I took pictures of these. You got to show this, Brian. This is really freaking me out. I found these 7:46 a.m. Look, show him.
Wait.
I'm not even kidding.
Wait. Hold on. 7:46. How did you
I
figure
found
it
these
out?
this morning.
I was looking at these earlier today.
I was looking at them at 7:46 a.m. Go show the screenshot. This is really freaking me out. There's no way that you and I were looking at the exact same thing.
Hang
Go
on.
show
Let me
the
stop the
screenshot.
thing
I
here.
have proof.
But I
Oh
didn't
my
even.
god, this is really
I
guys.
didn't even see your messages.
I didn't even send them to you yet. I was going to, and I said, "Nah, I'll just wait." And then when you brought them up, I'm like, "Oh my god, show that, prove it, show the screenshots I just sent you.
Okay,
I'll
I'll
prove it
show
to
'em.
you that I." Oh my god, guys, this is where did Brian go? Brian,
Oh no.
We got your back. I'm here.
show what I just sent you. Show that. Go show what I look at the time
Look,
on it.
that's what Theresa sent me. The same.
No, look again. No, look at the next shot. Look at the screenshot when I found it. Look at the screenshot. The next one. Look at the time at the top when I found it. Look at the no, not that one. Again, yeah. Look at the top. What does that say? Oh my god! I found those this morning.
November 14th, 7:46 a.m.
Oh my god! What happened? Oh my god! Guys,
I don't know
I
how
was
that
looking
happened.
at these this morning.
Is that? Hey,
I was looking at these.
Is that like the time is that like the time we were taking a picture of the logo on
Yes, exactly.
Dunes or Lorna Dunes?
I swear, guys, look at the time. I found these at 7:46 a.m. I didn't show Brian these because I was gonna post them in the group and say, "Look at all these weird shirts." And when he just showed this now, this freaked me out because I had not even showed these to him or even posted it yet. It's sitting in my pictures. This is way, way, way bizarre, guys. Sandy, do you hear this?
I do.
Teresa.
Oh my god.
Teresa,
I'm freaking out right
tell
now.
them about the time that you and I were looking at Lorna Dune cookies.
Yes. An hour apart.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago? You were looking at some logos of the pictures of the cookies or something.
Yes.
I was looking at
Yes, and I took a
an
picture.
hour apart. That's so weird.
And look what just happened now. There's no way of me knowing that you were looking at these shirts because I swear I was going to post these later on, but I didn't get a chance to. And when you showed them, oh my God, there's no way, Brian. This is like 1 in a million chance, even beyond, that this could happen. There's no way of me knowing.
Oh my God, I'm
There's
freaked
something
out.
weird going on. Yeah. You saw it. You saw the time. You saw it. Right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Guys, this is like what you call synchronicity, like at its best. Brian and I didn't even know each other didn't even know that we were looking at these shirts. I thought I had them, took pictures, and just.
I want
Brian,
one of
stay
those.
here.
I'm freaking.
This is one of the one. This one will work with the 1 and the 2s that you want. So if you saw this last night, just answer what you originally answered. True or false? The Hollywood sign was torn down and replaced, and I do not mean Hollywoodland to Hollywood. I mean just the Hollywood sign, not Hollywoodland, was torn down and replaced. True or false? Was the Hollywood sign torn down in your past?
If it was, I didn't know about it.
So that would be a false for you.
Yeah, in other words, it would be a 1 for me, meaning it would be a Mandela effect.
Yep. So we have a true, and then we have, I've never heard of it being torn down from Moon Freedom. Lee affected shell knows who replaced it. Shar doesn't know.
We're trying to make this as least subjective as possible. So don't let our answers influence yours.
Mm-hmm.
Please state the truth if you remember, true or false, the sign being torn down and replaced, you guys. Don't feel ashamed.
There's a lot of people that remember it being torn down. Well, I do not at all. And this is crazy to me. It's crazy to me because I have pictures of why it was torn down, and I don't ever remember seeing any images of the sign looking like that.
So 1978, is it High or Hugh Hefner?
It's supposed to be Hugh Hefner. It autocorrected.
Okay, Hugh Hefner created a fundraiser to repair the dilapidated sign. I do not remember this.
Look at that sign. No, I've never seen a sign like that. Oh my God.
In 1978?
Mm-hmm. It was completely torn down and rebuilt.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, that's them building it. And of course, they took the picture when it was a pyramid.
Yeah. That is weird how the A is looking like a triangle right there.
Uh-huh.
Did you put that on purpose?
No, I showed it because they were building the Hollywood Land sign. And of course, they took the picture when there was a pyramid. Theresa found this. We also didn't know it used to light up with 4,000 bulbs.
I bet that was some quite a chunk of change for their electric companies.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what else do we have, Sandy? Which one haven't we covered so far?
All the stuff on the top you haven't covered. And then there's stuff way down that you haven't covered.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff.
Right,
I'm right, Sandy?
I have no idea what you said, Theresa. What did you say? Hello?
Hello, Theresa?
Mudbox. I'm here.
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
I said you're going to talk about mud volcanoes?
Well, I guess so. They're on the screen.
Can you see the screen?
Okay.
Yeah. So I've never heard of mud volcanoes.
Me too.
If you saw this on last night or Mandela Monday, I guess refrain. But you get the next slide, Brian. I'm curious if Lord Firebread's not from this area. What am I saying?
Did you guys cover this on?
Yes.
What channel did you say it was covered on?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Both Curiouser and Mandela Monday this week.
Okay, so in case you guys missed it, here it is.
Yeah, this is the largest mud volcano, which caused the worst national disaster in Indonesian history. And I've never heard of it. I've never heard of this natural disaster that happened. Or this volcano, which is named Lucy, Lusi.
They gave her a name. How cute. Lucy, quit blowing bubbles.
Yeah.
Lucy,
I have heard of mud pools, like hot spring pools. They have mud pools. I have heard of that, but never mud volcanoes that spew cool mud, liquid mud. Never heard of that.
And it stinks like sulfur, like rotten
Yeah.
eggs.
Yep.
May 29, 2006, drilling caused the earth to open, creating a mud volcano that quickly grew out of control. So is that the aftermath?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
that's part of the aftermath.
That's why you got to be careful when you drill.
Yeah. In Java, Indonesia, Lucy has been erupting for 14 years and has killed a dozen people, displaced 50,000 families, and destroyed 3 districts under increasing amounts of mud. I don't understand how I never heard of this.
I don't know.
We hear about earthquakes all over the world, tsunamis all over the world. How have we not heard about this? I don't understand. So an artist created this monument, this memorial to the people that were killed and displaced. And you can see the mud rising over the years. So on the left is when the memorial was installed, and on the right is how it looks now.
That's insane. I can't really read that sign.
It's okay. It's not in it's not in English in American. It's not in English, so it's just a marker for what happened.
I'd like to see when it actually spews what it looks like.
It's just flowing. It's a flow.
Oh, it's a
It's
flow.
not like straight up in the air. It's just like flowing mud coming out of a hole. Nonstop.
They need to call the plumber. I'm kidding. Wow, I've never heard of that. And you guys covered this on 11/10, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So
And last night.
So what's this one here? Curious has credit for this one. Curious and Curiouser. Let's go ahead and cover this one real quick.
Oh yeah, that's the song Lady Samantha by Elton John. Now, I don't know, ask the chat maybe let's see if I can read that. Yeah, Lady Samantha blank over the hill. If they know the song, they may not know it. It's an
Can you hum
oldie.
it? Can you hum it?
It's an oldie. Huh?
Can you hum it?
Let's see. Lady Samantha, blah 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 blah. I can't. I'm so bad at humming it. I'd rather sing the words, but I won't. I won't. Of course. Let's see. Lady Samantha blank over the hill in a long satin dress that she wears every day.
Well, what do you remember? Because no one in the chat seems to know it.
Okay, I remember lives. Lady Samantha lives over the hill in a long satin dress that she wears every day. And now it's now you can go to the next. Is there another graphic?
Yeah, the next slide.
Yeah,
and now
sure.
it's glides. And I saw that and I thought, no, that's not. There's a couple of them in this song, and I also remember. Do you have the? Let's see. Okay, okay, over the blank with no one beside her. No one comes near. They all live in fear. But Lady Samantha, she sheds only tears. Now I remember over the hill, just hill, Hill, but apparently now has an S, so it's over the hills with an S. So it went from hill to hills.
Hill to hill.
I don't remember the. Yeah. You can go to the next one, and
Yeah, it's weird how
And
like I
sure.
can understand if glides
Yeah,
rhymes
glides.
with if it rhymes with it, I can see it be a misheard lyric. But in this case, this is a totally different word. Lives is different than
Right.
glide.
Mm-hmm.
And then over the hill. I also remember if you go to the next one that okay, yeah, over the hill and Sandy was good enough to leave the S out there. But if you go on the next one, the lyrics will say over the hills, yeah. And then there is now a but in it, which they all live in fear, but Lady Samantha, she sheds only tears. Now I remember they all live in fear. Lady Samantha, she sheds only tears. So yeah, that's changed for me. Also, Lady Samantha glides like a tiger. I don't remember glides once again there, and I know I didn't add this one, but I remember hides like a tiger. Hides. So yeah, there's a few changes in this song for me.
I'm gonna have to go listen to it. And what was the name of the
Yeah.
song again?
Lady
Just
Samantha.
a Lady Samantha by Elton
Lady
John.
Samantha. You guys check that out when you get a chance to see if you remember any of the
No,
lyrics that are
it was a
actually in
big.
there.
It was probably sorry. It was probably a big hit in the 60s, 70s. But so yeah, it's an old one by Elton John.
Thank you for sharing that, Theresa.
Sure.
So what are these guys right here?
Yeah. Some people actually knew what they were. It blew my mind in
Really?
chat last night. Yeah.
What are they?
I'm not telling you yet. I want people in the chat to tell us.
They look like gala apples.
They're not apples.
Gosh, I have no idea. I need a hint.
It's okay. Just wait. Well, Crunchy B already put the answer in the chat. So the hint is, Brian, that it's not. It's a nut.
It's not?
No, it's
nut.
a nut.
Oh.
Guess which nut?
Oh, nut. I think it's a knot.
No, not.
Nut. Uh, like pistachios?
Like, you can go to the next
Cashews?
picture.
Is it a cashew?
It's a cashew. So cashews, I've never known this, grow on the end of a cashew fruit or apple, but they're shaped more like a pear or pepper. And I understand why they're so expensive now, because now each single one has to be extracted and cracked out of the shell for them to package them. They are indeed cashews. I never knew they grew like this.
Oh my gosh. Me either. Not saying that this in particular is an ME, but it's certainly unknown to us.
Yes.
And it's a great piece of information if you'd like if you're trying to have a conversational starter. This would probably make a good one of those, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely.
It would be like a hey, did you know kind of session. All right, so should we haven't covered Rat Beach, but I don't know if I want to.
Hello, I'm back.
Do we want to
Good,
cover
Theresa.
Rat Beach?
Sure, we can cover the Rat Beach.
Oh, you're gonna do that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
This is Theresa Lynch's credit here, you guys. And by the way, I'm sorry, we're not ignoring the chat. Is there anything in the chat? Candy?
cashews, cupcakes, peppers. Is the actual fruit poisonous? No, you can eat the actual fruit. I hear it's not very good. Let's see. I knew they grew on some kind of tree. So did I, except I thought cashews grew in a shell, like hanging from the trees, not hanging from a fruit on the tree.
So did I, Sandy. That's blowing my mind. You know that?
Hello, welcome, Dixie586.
Hi, Dixie 586.
So
Would you
this next
like
one,
me to read it?
This one here from Theresa Lynch. Theresa, you want to talk about this? Is this yours?
Yes. I happen to live in Las Vegas. I've been living here for probably since 2004. And this is a well-known group of singers that have been here for they were here a long time ago. And they were more popular, back in the 60s and 70s? And what do you remember them being called? Rat Pack or the Rat Pack?
Mm-hmm.
I remember the Rat Pack.
So do I. What do you guys remember in the chat? Rat Pack or the Rat Pack? For those of you that kind of remember these singers. Uh-oh.
Are you telling me? Hang on.
What?
Now it's just Rat Pack?
Did we lose Sandy? Sandy? Brian, I think we lost Sandy.
All right, let's try to get her back.
All right, where'd she go? She's pulling a Theresa. Uh-oh.
There she is.
You okay?
My internet just dropped out. So
no,
weird.
you're just pulling a Theresa.
No, that was pulling a fizzy where the internet drops out. I don't know what happened.
Oh, wow. So we were asking the chat if they remember Rat Pack or the Rat Pack. Well known.
And in the chat, I only have two answers: Rat Pack and Rat Pack.
Are you serious? No, it was the Rat Pack.
I know, Brian. I know.
I know. It was the Rat Pack for me too. But here's the thing. It's also like, go to the next slide should be another question, I think.
Uh-huh.
Oh no. It is another question, but it's about the Rat Pack. So in the chat, how many members do you remember in the Rat Pack? 3, 4, or 5? Right?
I remember 3.
How many? 3.
3.
Okay.
It's gonna get weird.
Theresa, how many do you remember?
All of them.
No, say the number.
5.
Curious, sir, how many do you remember?
I think I remember 3.
Same. Okay, so maybe it's Mandela says 3. Ron says 5. Adam for Christ says 3. Adam for Christ also remembers the Rat Pack.
Okay.
Sunset Forever 29 says 4.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sandy, they're gonna be shocked, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. So here's the thing.
Yep.
Brian.
Yeah.
There are 5 members of the Rat Pack.
Yep, and I remember all of them.
And I just remember 3.
Want to give their names?
They're on the screen. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., go back, Joey Bishop, and Peter Lawford.
Now, I will say this. The 3 that I remember are Sammy Davis Jr., Dean Martin, and Frank Sinatra.
Same.
Yep.
Same.
Yeah.
I've heard of Joey Bishop, but I haven't even heard of Peter Lawford.
Yep. He was there. Look at the sign behind him, too. Right on that marquee, whatever that's called. Marquee. Very popular marquee, yeah. Sandy discovered also a change with the Beach Boys, or Beach Boys, whatever you remember. We all know, Sandy, we already know what you remember. Curious, sir, Brian, what do you remember, Beach Boys or the Beach Boys?
I remember the Beach Boys.
So do I.
What about the chat?
Yeah, what about the chat? What do you guys remember? The Beach Boys or Beach Boys? What do you guys remember? This ought to be an easy one. What are they saying?
Crunchy B says Beach Boys.
Oh, really? Wow.
Ron says Beach Boys. Evan Power
Wow.
says the Beach Boys.
Wow.
I mean,
Everybody
maybe
else?
Suso is
I don't
here.
know. I'm
Hey,
kind of.
Suso.
Who is
Suso says
here?
the.
Suso.
Hey, Suso.
Welcome, Suso.
I kind of remember both now that I'm thinking about it. I
Well,
have a dual memory on this one.
Yeah, that's interesting, Brian. You're gonna find out in 1 minute. But Suso and Adam for Christ both remember the Beach Boys. I remember the Beach Boys. Now here's the thing, Brian. If you go to the next slide, for both the Rat Pack and the Beach Boys, it's both. In this reality,
Yep.
It's both.
That's crazy.
You can equally find Rat Pack, the Rat Pack, Beach Boys, the Beach Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Originally, when I found the Beach Boys, I thought it was in the process of changing, but it's been 2 years, and I'm still finding Beach Boys and the Beach Boys. So apparently, the realities merged, and both realities stuck around.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Rat Pack. Yeah, look at that. You see the three?
Yeah.
I see the right there, the top left.
Yeah, I know.
Sammy Davis, Dean Martin, and
And do you see them? Do you see the 4?
Sinatra.
And then the 5? There's 3, 4, and 5. It's amazing.
Unless maybe they joined at a later time. I'm not sure.
Could be, Brian. Could be. Good idea. It could have came later.
It's
I've
just like
still never heard of the other 2.
Now we have 6 people in the Village People, right?
Yeah.
Or is it 5 or something like that? There's more people in the Village People now. And the Jackson 5 is now the Jackson 6. It's weird.
People are just popping out of anywhere.
I agree.
Wow.
All right, guys, I gotta go. You guys are gonna be from 4 to 3 because
It's okay, Curious.
I gotta take off
here.
now.
Thank you for coming,
Oh,
Curious.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
My part 2 party. The continuation.
Yes, happy birthday. And
thank you.
Great show, and thanks for having me. Good night.
And
good night. We'll talk to you soon.
Good night, Curious.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Love you. Good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yep, so more residue for this is residue for Rat Pack, for those of you who remember Rat Pack. However, for me it was the Rat Pack. There's Beach Boys, the Beach Boys. This is Beach Boys right here. So it's interesting.
Yeah. Very.
So no one's wrong. Everyone's right.
Yep.
I think, like Theresa said, it's a merging of the realities.
Yes, exactly. Maybe there's the Beach Boys in one reality, while the other reality is just Beach Boys. That's how, for them, that's how they see it.
I keep wanting
What you want to do next, Brian?
I keep wanting to click on this one here that says warning.
That's fine.
Wants to do the warning.
It's a warning.
Well, if we are going to do that one, Sandy, you
I
might
want to push the red button. Where's the red button here?
It's a warning for trypophobia sufferers, people who have a problem with holes, because there's a lot of holes here.
I definitely have no problem with holes, Sandy.
Huh?
Okay.
You do?
For those of you out there who do have a fear of holes, please close your eyes for just a few minutes.
Yeah, just listen.
Yeah.
Just listen in.
Okay, go ahead. I found this one.
Yes,
Freaks me
Teresa
out.
found this one. Have
Have
you
you-
ever seen a tree filled with acorns?
How? How does that happen?
We'll find. Watch this. How do you think the holes got there? You ready? Go ahead, Sandy.
The acorn woodpecker stored his
Yep.
winter food this way.
Yep.
Yep.
And the holes have to be
Uh,
the holes have to be perfectly sized, because if they're too big, squirrels will steal their food. If they're too small, they won't fit. So they have to be perfectly sized for each acorn.
I did not know that. Do these live in the USA?
Yes. And listen, right now you're looking at what I found. I've never seen these patterns made by acorns, by woodpeckers before. We have tons of woodpeckers in New Jersey. I've never seen any patterns like this on the trees.
No, me
So this
neither.
isn't the acorns. This is just woodpeckers in general.
Yeah, I've never noticed
It's a
any
message.
patterns here. It looks like something in Braille or
Mary.
Yes,
something.
like a honeycomb. But yeah, I would agree with the Braille. Yes.
I've never heard of woodpeckers doing this. Like literally, they store them in there. Can you believe that, Brian?
I always thought they just pecked at the wood and they searched for bugs.
Exactly what I was raised to.
Well, now they search for bugs in a very
remember.
distinct pattern, and they
Mhm.
store their food. Acorn woodpeckers store their food in the bark.
Yep.
Never
And
knew
some
that.
of these trees are after the winter with the acorns removed. Like the top left corner is after the acorns have been removed, I think, or it was the bottom left. We missed it.
What happens after?
Oh, the previous slide, the bottom right. The bottom right is when they take all the acorns out.
What happens?
I'm saying you can see it, all the holes.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
empty.
Not sure if this is an Emmy or not, but I've never seen this before. Apparently, you can scare off woodpeckers by hanging CDs in your garden.
Apparently, this is a thing that I've never seen before. Again, woodpeckers are in New Jersey, where I grew up. Never seen anything like this. People just hanging CDs from trees and their gardens. And
I've seen people
weird.
hang CDs from their mirrors.
Mirrors, yes, in your car. That has nothing to do with nature.
No. Oh, my
This is
goodness.
completely
Well,
new to
listen,
me.
hey, Sandy, at least we know a woodpecker would not get in Brian's car.
Mm-mm. So the common sense reason would be that the light reflecting off of these would bother them enough to make them leave, but that doesn't negate the fact that I've never seen this before.
Well,
I've never heard of that.
Speaking of CDs, if anyone is wanting to replicate the double slit experiment, you can do so with a CD. Just look up the video on YouTube.
Wow.
All right, so that was pretty good. What about
else we got?
Katie did? What should I do? The Katie did or the dates?
Ooh, wait. What do you want to do, Sandy?
Do the Katie digs. It's birthday themed.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
my Katie did.
Theresa and I have never heard or seen of the spiny. What is it? The spiny and the dragon head Katie did.
Yes.
Yep.
The dragon head is on the
Look at
left. The spiny is obviously on the right.
Look at their faces.
Looks like something out of Aliens.
I know, Brian. Trust me. I freaked out.
Oh man.
Look at those. Yeah, those are real. Guess the chat wants to know. They are very real.
Now, I don't know the name of that Katie did, but he's got a little birthday hat on, so I threw him in.
Sandy's coming to my party, right? Sandy is coming to my party.
Yeah, he looks so happy to be here.
I love it.
Oh, we're coming, Mr. Bug.
There's a picture of someone's finger, so you can kind of see how big they are in relation to a finger.
No, Brian, he's eating the finger.
I think
he's like biting it. Do you see it?
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah. They like to bite. Like they probably think we're food or something. Our fingers are food. Okay. That was a short one. What's the next one?
This
dates.
one here is about dates. How do dates
grow? Sandy.
This is just like the other ones where I was shocked. So many people knew about this, and it just blew my mind. So, guys, dates. Do they grow on trees, underground, or on a vine? What do you remember?
Yep.
Probably underground.
Sharkey, remember trees. Anybody else? What do you remember dates growing on?
Just think of the weirdest case scenario, and there you have it. That's probably what it is now.
So Crunchy B says vine ? 6586 says trees. Captain Kirk trees. Running Fox underground. Like figs. Okay, now here's my question. For those of you that said trees, what kind of tree?
Oh yeah.
What is a date tree?
Every time you say date, I'm thinking about somebody going on a date.
I know.
Brian?
Yeah.
Right? Like a date?
Yep.
See, Sharkey, that's not the answer. This is what's bothering me.
Yeah.
It's the type of tree that's bothering me.
Yeah.
So Captain Kirk says small tree, maybe 4 feet tall. Sharkey says a date tree. I know it. Brian Smith, welcome, says it's a tree where you are kiss your date under the tree. Nope.
Sandy, I'm going to see if I can find a picture of what I saw. Okay, you mind if I look at my pictures and see if I can find it?
Yes.
I've got some proof. Let me go looking.
Okay.
You guys, I'm going to put
Teresa,
myself on.
We'll go on.
I'm going to go find my pictures.
Okay, we'll go on while you go look.
Right.
Okay. All right, so
I'm
Brian,
going to go look. I'm going to mute myself.
What
I'm going to go look. I have them.
Is that they grow on palm trees?
No.
And I have proof. Brian, I have proof. I have to find my pictures. You got to give me a few minutes.
They don't grow on palm trees.
And you wait and you see them. I have proof of it.
And the craziest part is, Theresa never knew this, and there's a date palm tree in front of her house.
What? Is anybody else in the chat shocked here, like I am?
Yes, in the chat we have what? No way. What? LOL. Never palm trees. Palm trees. What happened to coconuts? Well, coconuts, they don't grow on palm trees.
Well, where do coconuts grow then?
No, they do.
Do what?
No, I was kidding. They do. They do.
Oh.
Just kidding. Pineapples don't. Many people remember pineapples growing on palm trees.
Yeah, so a palm tree can grow coconuts and it grows dates?
Oh, yes.
Or is it either or?
Apparently this is a date palm tree. And then there's coconut palm trees.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to pick a random Mandela effect now.
Okay. And again, the craziest part about this is Theresa has one in front of her house. and never knew this. Just popped into our reality. I'm going to mute for 1 second.
Let's talk about movies and taglines.
Okay. This might be a big folder though, so don't
Yeah,
feel
it's
if
kinda
it
big.
is. Don't feel obligated to go through them all if it's huge.
What year was the first 3D movie?
All right, guys. What year or decade? What decade is the first 3D movie? And what's
I would
good
have to
is
say,
those that saw this may have forgotten because it's been a while.
I would have to say probably the 1980s.
Okay. So Dixie 586 says the 80s. It's a guess. That's okay. I'm guessing a lot of people are going to be guessing. What decade do you? I should have said decade. What decade? So, I think Lee Affected meant 1972. King Kong. Yes, 1972.
So is that the answer?
No, that's not the answer. That's what Lee Affected answered.
Okay, that's a guess. Okay.
That's a guess. Crunchy B says 70s. Oh, trust me, Crunchy B, we're all too young. We're all too young.
Maybe
All right. Tobin 70s. Rena
1935. 1935.
That's a little crazy now, don't
I'm
you
just
think?
guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Just throwing it out there.
So Char K and Dean Johnson are both guessing the 50s. And Sunset Forever 29, maybe around the Blob era, 1950s. So you want to go to the next slide. So it was, I can't see it yet. The Power of Love silent 3D film, released worldwide in 1922. It had two endings decided by closing one eye or the other.
Wow. Which is interesting because it's the name of a Huey Lewis song in Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm. The Power of Love, yes. And it's almost like the choose your own adventure thing. By closing one eye, you're changing the movie. So it's also like the first choose your own adventure. But it's not traditional 3D, but it was considered the first 3D film in 1922. This is new to me.
I would love to see that movie.
Yeah, I took history of film, 2 years of it. I've never heard of this.
What's with Scream?
All right, so you're in the folder where movies now have taglines. So I don't know if you can zoom in to the top, but this is the original theatrical poster. Scream now says, someone has taken their love of scary movies one step too far. Solving this mystery is going to be murder. I don't remember taglines like this on posters, DVDs, VHS cases. The stuff that they would traditionally put on the back of the box is now on the poster. I don't remember this. So you've got now the best romantic comedy of the year. It wasn't there before. I don't remember that. I also remember the logo overlapping like that.
Yeah, those are usually the comments you see on the back of the VHS.
Mm-hmm. So
You're
this would
right.
have been a poster inside Blockbuster. Own it on video and DVD. You would have seen that hanging up. Swingers, and at the top it says cocktails first, questions later. It's these little taglines. They popped up in all these posters for me. They weren't there in my past. I didn't have taglines like this. So this is the tagline for You Got Mail. Someone you pass on the street may already be the love of your life. No. I don't remember this chunk of text between them.
The Godfather?
Okay, so The Godfather is the logo. I had I don't know if it's in here, but I created the logo the way I remember it, and then there's multiple versions of this logo. In some versions, the G and the D connect.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mm-hmm. And we were talking about the T and the F being cut off. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I did the graphics here. But look at the F and the T. Like, come on.
And who directed The Godfather? Who was it?
Coppola. Francis Ford Coppola. Brian, this is a big folder. I'm just giving you a big folder.
Yeah, there's some more. You've got mail.
With a different tagline.
This tagline says Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan should win a Nobel Prize for chemistry.
Oh, I'm calling it a tagline. No. It's like a blurb. I mean to say a blurb. There's blurbs on posters. Because we do have some that have taglines. So Leprechaun. This is Leprechaun 2. This time, luck has nothing to do with it. Like, come on.
No, they weren't. They were never on the movie posters.
No. Here's regular Leprechaun. Your luck just ran out. I mean, guys, in your past, did your posters have all this on it? It didn't in mine.
No, it didn't in mine either. That was usually found on the back of the VHS.
Mm-hmm.
Pumpkinhead.
All right, so at the bottom, what does it say?
It says, "For each of a man's evils, a special demon exists."
And the first Pumpkinhead was how I remember it, with nothing on it. So here's another Pumpkinhead with a different tagline.
I think you might have. I think you might be onto something here, Sandy.
Cruel,
look
devious.
At that. Karate Kid 3.
Yeah, the Karate Kid 3 has a tagline right there, a blurb right there.
Now, first of all, let me just say that this is an ME where a lot of people remember the sun not being black on his.
It's blue now.
It's blue, but some people are saying that it was red.
It was a red sun, and now it's a blue flower.
It's a blue flower.
It went from a red sun. It went from a red sun to a black flower, and then the black flower changed to blue. The moment of truth is above that. You gotta scroll up.
Oh, okay. The moment of truth.
No, that was not there.
No, taglines did not exist on those. On this does not exist in this dojo. Okay.
Mm-mm. The Demon of Revenge. That is the tagline right there. That's an actual tagline. Pumpkinhead did not have a tagline. The Demon of Revenge.
The Karate Kid. He taught him the secret to karate lies in the mind and the heart, not in the hands.
Makes me think of M&M's, not in the hands.
Does anybody have any movie posters?
Brian, wait, go back.
What?
Go back. Scroll down on Karate Kid to the cast. Elizabeth Shue's name went to an S.
Yeah, I know. That's an older Emmy. I discovered that a few years ago.
Oh my God, that just changed for me.
No, really?
Yeah.
Because Elizabeth Shue, it was spelled with a Z, and now it's an S.
Yeah, it was a Z.
Tom Hanks, Geena Davis, Madonna.
Once in a lifetime. What's it say?
Once in a lifetime. Go ahead.
Yeah. You get a chance to do something different.
Hey, did we lose Theresa?
Yeah, we did. There's something on my screen. I don't want to touch it. And then
there she is.
Myself out of StreamYard.
Hey guys, Sandy, guess what I found?
What'd you find?
I sent you guys I see y'all the pictures out in front of my apartment complex. You need to go check. Brian, go check. One of them I sent. Some of them didn't go through. And when I did it, it kicked me out. But go check your things. They're all there. You're going to freak out, guys, when you see this. I took pictures of them and I found them. I knew I had them. You see them, Brian? Look at the group one.
I'm looking.
They're there. Trust me. One of them they went through because that's how I got kicked out. I had to get off StreamYard in order for me to go through with the internet. That was the only way I could get them. Watch this, guys. Look at. That's my apartment complex. What do you see? Dates. Look. See them?
I see the ground. Oh, they fell to the ground is what you're saying.
Yeah, the guys climb the trees. They climb them with these things, and that's what they're coming off of. But you see them all over the ground? I sent pictures of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's all those are date trees. All those. Yep. A palm tree. What do you want to call them? But you see them all over the ground? See them? Right there. Look.
Yeah.
Right there.
Exactly. I was like, you guys need to pick those up. They did the next day. There was so many. Look at them. Look. That proves. Look. I knew I had this picture because I was like, I was talking to the girl in the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him.
I told you I had proof of it. I kept a picture on my phone. I was like, what is this? And she acted like it was normal. So, oh yeah, didn't you know that these grow? And I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm. Nice pictures, Theresa.
That's an Mandela effect for me. Thank you. I had fun taking pictures.
So, Running Fox, her reality, she did have blurbs on posters. Otherwise, they'd be so empty. And for me, they're cluttered now because of the blurbs that weren't there for me.
Yeah,
like 12 Monkeys, the future is history. No.
Yeah, the only thing that I remember on the movie posters is the title and the cat at the bottom.
Yep.
I don't remember the red eye. The orange eye. That's new for me, that orange eye.
Yeah. So here's another 12 Monkeys.
The future is history.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen that movie. Is it good?
It is. It's really
good. It's
it's
really bizarre. It'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind.
Is it like a psychological thriller?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a science fiction
your head, Brian. Trust me, you have to
thriller.
really get into it.
And it was filmed in Philadelphia, so I'm a little biased.
Oh, there you go. Wasn't Rocky Balboa filmed in Philadelphia?
Yes.
What's the tagline here in Blues Brothers?
It's above John Belushi's hat.
And Aykroyd is spelled wrong too, guys. That's the Mandela effect. Aykroyd. That's the way it's spelled.
They'll never be caught. They're on a mission from God.
That's awesome.
So this is the VHS, I believe, or one. What I did was I compared like theatrical poster to like poster from my Blockbuster to the VHS to the new versions.
I love it.
The DVDs. But there are actual taglines. These are blurbs that did not exist in my past. For example, the new Ghostbusters 2016 is Ghostbusters, answer the call. No, it was just Ghostbusters 2016 in parentheses. Here's a blurb on E.T.
Which, by the way, E.T. is sort of residue for the Adam and God.
Yes.
You know, God's hand reaching down to Adam, and now Adam is above God. His finger rests above God's.
So, and they're equating aliens to God in that image.
Yeah.
So Gremlins 2 has a tagline. This is an actual tagline. Gremlins 2, the new batch.
Now, I do remember that. Andy, I do remember the new batch.
I don't. It was just Gremlins 2 for me.
Okay, I remember that. Hang on. But do you see the top there? It says, "Here they go again. Here they grow again." I mean,
Yep.
I don't remember that.
New. I don't either.
E.T. His Adventure on Earth.
Yeah, I don't remember that either. His Adventure on Earth? No.
Bachelor Party.
Yep. Shocking, shameless. You moved. I can't read it.
Sorry.
It's okay. Sinful, wicked, and the party hasn't even started.
Is that Charlie Sheen?
And then at the bottom, there's another one. A man's tradition. What does it say?
Every woman should know about.
Every woman should know about.
Gremlins.
Regular gremlins. There's a blurb right there.
Cute, clever, mischievous, intelligent, dangerous.
Now, I believe you guys if you recall blurbs like this, but they were not in my past.
We told you, remember the rules. You didn't listen. Gremlins 2.
Here they grow again.
Don't feed them after midnight. Don't give them any water, right?
Mm-hmm.
What were the rules?
That's it. Don't get them wet. Don't feed them after midnight.
Whoopi Goldberg. Sister Act. No blank, no booze, no men, no way. You fill in the blank there.
Well, you don't need to fill in the blank. We're just blanking it for the algorithm here.
Yeah, I know. We're just think about it. Yeah, never mind. Schwarzenegger. Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Which is a Mandela effect because of how it's spelled.
Yeah, it totally had an E for me. Judgment Day had an E.
Same. But it's nothing personal. Wasn't on there for me.
Me neither.
Look at that blurb, Brian. You have to read that one.
In the year of darkness, 2029, the rulers of this planet devised the ultimate plan. They would reshape the future by changing the past. The plan required something that felt no pity, no pain, no fear, something unstoppable. They created the Terminator.
Do you remember that on the theatrical poster? Oh my goodness. That's crazy. So there's a blurb there too, but I can't read them.
Welcome to the day after. Yep.
Now, I don't know if it's in this folder or if it was a separate folder. When you're done this folder, look for fried green tomatoes. When you're done this folder.
All right.
Unless you want to give up on this folder. There's so many pictures in here.
Dirty Dancing. Dancing to the beat of their hearts. I like that one.
Yeah, but it wasn't there. I don't remember that. And that has a lot of Mandela effects too. The dresses changed. Theresa found that. We lost Theresa again, by the way. Keep an eye out for her. I found that the shoes changed when they were practicing. I found that the quote changed. Welcome back, Theresa.
Thank you. Are you doing the cold thing, the taglines? Those are crazy. The taglines.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many of them too, Brian. Oh my God.
It's every.
Sandy, you went like crazy. Sandy had fun with these.
That's because every single poster has one now. Every single one.
I know. That's crazy.
He's having the
Oh,
day
I
of his
saw this
life
movie.
over and over and over.
Guys, how was
And
Bill
over.
Murray's last name spelled?
Huh?
Bill Murray, his last name, how was it spelled?
That's how it was spelled for me.
Okay, I had to look at that a second time there because I could have sworn maybe it had 2 R's and a Y, and now it's 2 R's, A, Y.
Uh,
I don't know. It's
I
getting
have
kind of late.
cousins with that last name. I always attributed it to him. You know what I'm saying?
What last
Yeah, I
what
think
last
you're
name?
right.
So
Bill
I mean,
Murray.
I'm not saying it's not that way for you, but for me, it was always
What
AY.
What name?
I think you're right. I think it was A, Y.
What are you talking about?
Bill
What name?
Murray, Theresa. Bill Murray.
It was AY. What is it
Yeah.
now?
No, that's what
AY.
it is now. That's what it is now. But for some reason, I'm thinking Murry.
Oh, Murray?
No, it was AY. You're right.
Yeah, Murray.
The Secret of My Success. I actually own this DVD. It's a really good
It's a good movie. I really like it.
Do you
There's no
remember
such
there's no
thing.
such thing as an overnight success? Brantley Foster
No.
took 2 weeks.
Nope. All these taglines are all new. There's what's his name?
Yeah, 2029 is just around the corner, you guys.
Yeah, don't remind us. We don't need no Terminators now for 2020. Brian.
I know.
That'll be the next thing that pops in this reality. We'll have Terminators.
That's whenever what is it?
All right, so
Sky.
here we go, Brian. This is the one. Stop for a minute.
Oh, that's yours, Sandy.
Fried green tomatoes was just fried green tomatoes in my past.
Yes.
Now the title is Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe.
No.
No.
It was always fried green tomatoes.
Nope.
So the tagline is at the Whistle Stop Cafe.
No,
I don't remember that.
There. That wasn't there.
I never heard of
Yeah,
that.
I know. I agree.
Never heard of that.
Oh my God.
I did a whole presentation on this one separately. So there's a folder for this somewhere.
That's crazy, Sandy. That's crazy.
That's a great find. What was the best find tonight so far, you guys?
Well, I guess you could ask them what triggered them the most. I think a lot of them were triggered by the.
What triggered you guys the most from tonight's discussion? I am curious. And curiouser.
Stop. So there's the DVD with at the Whistle Stop Cafe underneath of it.
Oh man, that blows my mind.
Yeah, me too. Definitely don't remember.
Even the VHS has changed.
Yep, the VHS has changed.
That's crazy.
But I think I found 1 or 2 versions where it's not there. This might be it.
Well.
A DVD, just fried green tomatoes.
Which one?
The previous one. Oh no, it says at the Whistle Stop Cafe too. Never mind. It's there
that's
too.
the Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me double check that Blu-ray logo.
Pretty in pink.
Yeah, Blu-ray looks the same.
Wow. All I remember is fried green tomatoes. That was it.
Pretty in pink.
The M and the A is merged in tomatoes though, and so is the
Watch
E and the S. Look at the tag. Look at the blurb for Pretty in Pink on the left.
What's it say?
The laughter.
Yeah, go ahead.
The lovers, the friends, the lights, the talk, the hurt, the jealousy, the passion, the pressure, the real world.
That's a lot. That's a lot to put on a poster.
Really?
I like that movie. You saw Ducky?
Yeah. Oh, there's the residue. The next one is the residue. There's no Whistle Stop Cafe.
Fried green tomatoes. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep. Good movie.
That looks like a duplicate.
Yep. I'm just going to kind of breeze through these a little bit.
Yeah.
Fried green tomatoes. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So it's based on her novel by Fanny Flagg. And because
Yep.
her novel says at the Whistle Stop Cafe, now the movie has changed as well. So
Right.
Yeah.
But
maybe
that's residue of the movie just being fried green tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
What is going on with all those loops, Sandy?
I know.
Wow.
Weird logo. Now, if you
Yeah.
go to IMDb, the movie is just fried green tomatoes.
There you go. Wow.
Yep.
That was a good find, Sandy. I'm with you on that. I've seen this movie plenty of times, and I don't remember the rest of that title.
Char
Just
K
fried green
says
tomatoes.
the acorn, woodpecker, and hairy elephant, it all triggers me.
Oh, thank you, Sharkay. Thank you. It triggered me too. Oh, sorry, I got hiccups. I got a question about tomatoes. Do you remember it being spelled O-E-S? Tomatoes?
You know, I have a weird memory of Al Gore being made fun of for spelling potatoes that way.
I know.
And now it can be spelled that way, which is weird.
Wait, which way?
Potatoes.
I remember Al Gore, like on Johnny Carson or something, with a kid with the spelling bee winner or something.
Mm-hmm.
I have this vague memory of him spelling it like either potatoes with an O-S or an O-E-S. And everybody making fun of him for it. And now both spellings are acceptable, which is just stupid.
I know.
So Mystic Pizza, I don't remember Mystic Pizza being based off a real place.
It was?
Yeah.
Wait, what about Mystic Pizza?
I don't remember the movie Mystic Pizza being based off a real pizzeria. It is now based off of a real pizzeria named Mystic Pizza.
No way.
Yeah, you can even buy their frozen pizzas in the stores.
What?
Okay, now this bothers me. I do not remember these symbols underneath she's having a baby.
Oh, no.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I got hiccups.
Whoa.
Yeah. Those were not there. Those were not there. Sorry. Wow, there it is. Sandy, where's this place located at? This pizza place? Are they still in business?
I want to say, I know these are far apart. I'm sorry, but it's like either Maryland or Oregon or Washington State. It's one of those three. I don't remember.
Wow.
So there's
Gremlins. Don't get them wet. Keep them out of bright light and never feed them after midnight.
Yep.
Yeah, bright light. That was the other one. Yes.
Bright light. That's the rules.
So remember that in case it changes.
Yep.
E.T. the Extraterrestrial, His Adventure on Earth. Yeah, I don't remember that.
Nope.
Wasn't there a Mandela effect for E.T. phone home number?
But flip-flopped, I think.
It's now E.T. home phone.
No, I thought it flip-flopped back to phone home.
Did it?
I thought it did.
Oh, I hate these flip-flops. And then this guy's headband too, Sandy. That's another change for Karate. Excuse me, for Karate Kid. The headband.
Yeah, we talked about that.
That's an older effect.
Kicked out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh my God.
There's the weird symbols.
No.
That's so weird to me.
No.
Does anybody in the chat remember that? Those symbols below she's having a baby.
Weird.
These are all really good movies, Sandy. Sandy, you'll have to send me a list of these so I can watch them.
Okay.
Just rewatch the show, Brian. Pumpkinhead.
I know. You'll have to
Yeah, I
forgive me.
think we're getting the duplicates. Sometimes Flickr duplicates everything that I put into a folder. I don't know why
Yeah,
it
what's
does
up?
that. VHS, look at
Sorry.
it. Look at the logo. Look at the H. Look at the V.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That is not how I remember the logo. They were just block letters. I do
think
not
we're gonna
remember.
I think we're going to take about 2 callers. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Let's get some new callers, guys.
Anybody want to call in and actually say happy birthday to Theresa?
Yes, that would be nice. Who would like to call in?
Do we need the call-in number? Or do we need to post that?
Yeah.
Yes,
Guys,
we do.
I have hiccups right now, so I'm sorry. I don't know why. Oops. No, I'm not drinking alcohol. Seriously, the hiccups just started.
And another tagline I found on a movie that didn't exist. And I mean an actual tagline. Like it's the title of the movie now.
What?
And I have to look it up. It's Pluto Nash.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, we're welcome to have let's have a couple of callers here.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so in my past, it was the Adventures of Pluto Nash. Now it's the Adventures of Pluto Nash, the man on the moon.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Brian, you got to give the phone number out.
I did. It's in the chat. I posted it in the chat.
Okay.
In about 5 seconds, I'm going to delete it. So please write it down if you haven't already.
Come on, guys, call in. It's my birthday. Well, part 2.
Crunchy B, yes, most of the VHS logos are like that. I'm assuming all of them are. And they've always been like that, according to Logopedia. Brian, while we're waiting for a call, do you want to go to Logopedia and look up VHS?
Yeah. Hold on.
Thank you. Oh, wow. Are you, Sandy? I hear a lot of noise.
Oh, because my AirPods just disconnected, and I'm hoping they reconnect again.
And what am I looking at? Logopedia for VHS?
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. So Char K is at work. She can't call, but she does send birthday wishes and love to Theresa.
Thank you, Char K. Thank you. I wish you could call in. Sandy, your earpods are so weirding out.
I know. I have to use the bad one while the good one charges. Lee Affected says there's no way I can call with the kids and the dogs right now.
Oh, okay.
Tobin Schwing got a recording, Brian. All right, so right here you can see that 76 to 2016. This logo has been like this.
Yep, 76 to 2016.
Oh, wow.
Crazy. So we're waiting on a call?
Well, somebody got a recording. You might want to check your phone line.
Yeah, Tobin says that he got a recording.
Okay.
Check it, Brian. I'm going to say, Sandy, you want to try it?
Hello, this is Brian speaking. Hello, this is Brian speaking.
Hey, thanks for calling me back. Tobin Swing.
Hey, Tobin, how you doing,
Tobin?
Hey, Tobin, thank you. How you doing?
All right, ready, everybody? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
And I'm going to talk over it so there's no copyright strike.
Dear Theresa.
Copyright strike, please.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
And many more.
Hopefully a bunch more. Thank you, Tobin. Thank you, Brock.
Thank you, Tobin.
Woo, hiccups. So, Tobin, what do you want to talk about?
Let's see. The most one that got me triggered was the palm tree acorn. Never heard of that.
Oh, I know. That one freaked me out. I know.
Wait, no. He just said palm tree acorn.
Yeah. Palm tree acorn. Acorn palm tree.
No.
What was that?
No, I think he means the dates. The palm tree dates.
Oh, the dates.
Yeah, that's what
okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, I thought you were saying there were palm trees with acorns now, and I was about to freak out.
That's next, Sandy. That's next. It's coming, trust me.
Yeah, don't you remember talking about that one?
No.
Well, it's funny.
I just in my reality. No, I'm just kidding.
I just
Oh my
Googled
God.
it, and I out of curiosity, I Googled palm tree acorns, and someone wrote, "What are the balls on my palm tree?" Because they have no idea that they're dates. It's amazing if these people have no idea. Like
Yeah, the girl in the clubhouse, she's like, "Oh yeah, those are dates." I'm like, "What do you mean they're dates?" "Oh yeah, they've always been like that." I'm like, "Okay," and that's why I took those pictures a while back. No, I'm tripping from that. Yeah, she's like, "Oh, you just boil them to eat them." I'm like, "Okay, I'm not touching them." Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I just wanted to call and sing happy birthday to you. Let somebody else give a call.
Are you sure you want to talk about any effects or any questions? Or
No,
anything?
I just wanted to call and sing happy birthday because I'm in the middle of making a couple cheeseburgers.
Oh, okay. Enjoy your cheeseburgers. Save me some.
All right.
Thanks for calling in, Tobin.
Thank you, Tobin.
Love you guys. Bye.
All right,
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Tobin.
Tobin.
Thank you.
Bye, Brian.
Bye-bye. Brian, you want to put the phone number up again, or?
The phone number should still be in the chat, but if you guys need it again, I'll post it.
Oh, you want to say it? I can't see it, so. You want to flash that
Let me
number up?
post it one more time.
Okay. Maybe I can say it. Let me see. You gonna post it up?
Yep. Let's see.
Alright.
We're going to take caller number 3 this time. Caller number 3.
What will they win, Brian?
They win.
Not being on hold.
Yeah, not being on hold, I guess. Come on, caller number 3.
What's the phone number? I can't see nothing.
It's in the chat.
I'm not in the chat.
Okay, it's 850-764-1552.
Come on, guys, don't be shy. Call in if you want to talk about effects or whatever you want to talk about. Right?
Yeah.
Come on in. Where did maybe it's Mandela go?
I don't know where she had to go.
Oh. Come on, guys, call in. Guys?
No one wants to call in?
Nobody wants to call in on my part 2 birthday party. I call them part 2. My birthday, in case anybody wants to know, was November 12th. Yep. Which was Thursday. I've had a good birthday so far all weekend. Okay. Oh my God, wow.
Okay.
That's it. Brian, did we ever mention about him passing away?
Yeah, we need to mention that. Alex Trebek. When did he pass again?
Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me go to my group.
No, it was last week, wasn't it?
It was last week. This past
Let me
week.
get it. Yeah, let me get a date. Hold on. Well, I can tell you he died of pancreatic cancer, stage 4. They are currently looking at replacements, and right now it looks like one of them is kind of interested is Jordy. You know the one with the visor, Sandy? Jordy?
Yes.
He's one of the contenders.
Oh, we got a caller.
Oh, there we go. Got a caller.
Hey, caller, you're on the air.
Hey, this is Running Fox. How are you guys?
Hey, Running Fox.
Hey!
Good, how are you?
Hey, Running Fox.
Hey, Theresa.
Hey, nice to meet you.
She said, happy birthday, Theresa.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm having a great birthday weekend.
I'm glad it's been good. Hey, I just wanted to tell Sandy, I wrote it in the chat, but I don't know if anybody saw. I remember when you were saying it was Al Gore that spelled tomatoes or potatoes on it. It was Dan Quayle.
Oh, it's Dan Quayle. Yes, you're absolutely right.
George Bush Sr.
Yes, you are absolutely right. It was Dan Quayle, 100%. I had Al Gore on the brain because of the whole Florida dispute. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, the
The
recount.
previous recount stuff with Florida. Al Gore's on the brain. You are absolutely right. Thank you.
I forgot Dan Quayle was George Bush Sr.'s vice president.
Yeah, I saw him a couple times in person, and I shook his hand and stuff because I was in high school still, but I was enlisted, and I went around to some of the like Republican senator from Iowa, Tom Coffey was his name. I went to some of his dinners and things. I don't know, it was something to do with my delayed enlistment program and my civics teacher, and he took some of us students on some of those things. And so, I mean, it was a big deal to a high school kid, right? Meeting the vice president, no matter who they are.
Yeah.
So, pretty exciting. I wasn't there when he misspelled the potatoes. I think that was at an elementary school, but God, it was embarrassing.
Yes.
What the heck? And now in our reality 30 years later, it makes you wonder. Maybe that's how it was spelled for him. Maybe he wasn't an idiot. Maybe this was kind of a Mandela. To him, it was always spelled that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes. I completely agree. It's crazy.
Yeah. I look back on times that we've argued with family members or friends over, it's like this, it's like this, in movies, music, facts, history, over the years, and now I realize, gosh, maybe both people were right, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Right, it's just two people looking at it differently.
Or what they always knew it to be. Yeah. And it can even be two people in the same, me and my brother, 18 months apart, grew up in the same house, same parents, together every day of our lives until we were 18 and moved away. And we remember things differently. Major things, major life events, and little things little movie lines or what year something happened or what, you know what I mean? And so it's weird how could someone's reality be that different? And I notice it now with my husband. We're getting into arguments over little facts, little things. And it'll be something we were both there. How can you be getting this wrong? How can you not remember this? And it's just different for that person's reality. It's weird.
Yeah, I run into that a lot. Like seriously, with a lot of people. And I know I'm not really having memory issues. It's just
that's what we always do. Everybody's remembering it wrong. Everybody just likes to argue. And eventually you have to just stop arguing about it because you're going to piss the whole family off and everybody's going to quit talking and everybody's uncomfortable, right? So you just have to drop that subject because people don't want to hear about the Mandela effect either. You start trying to explain to them, hey, look, people's realities can be different. No, the truth is the truth. There's one truth. Truth is not subjective. That's what most people believe. That's what I believed until now.
Yeah,
I also thought there was one truth, right?
Right, and if it doesn't align with their way, they get frustrated or confused.
Exactly. It's very maddening because, you're right, but the other person's not necessarily wrong. And people don't want to take the time to listen for long enough to think hard and think about something like the Mandela effect. It requires an open mind and some hard thinking. Today, people just don't want to do that. They want to go back to their video game where they don't have to think. They don't want to, and who wants to think their reality is subjective and changing? It's scary at first, you know.
I totally
So
agree.
it is kind of a dilemma of what to do.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you were from the dilemma or dilemma.
It was a dilemma. It had an N in it, and I was a spelling bee champion. Like I didn't travel around, but just in my little 4th or 5th grade class, I remember that being the word that made me win over the smartest kid in the class.
Oh, wow.
You know, me and him, and I got dilemma because I put the N in, and I was correct.
You put the
well,
N.
Now I
Wait, hold on. Can you back up? Running Fox, I couldn't hear you. Specifically, did you say an M or N as in Nancy?
For me, it always had an N as in Nancy.
That's what I thought.
The other kids spelled it with 2 M's. The smartest boy in class that knew everything. And I won because it was in our spelling book or dictionary or whatever with the N as in Nancy.
Well, there you go. That
but
says it right there.
Today, he would win and I would lose. You see?
Yeah, if you were to go back into that past or to that timeline, you would have gotten it wrong.
Well, I suppose I guess it would still be right there. But I mean, if that spelling bee took place today in a 5th grade classroom, whoever spelled it with N as in Nancy would be wrong.
I am curious. I am curious. Running Fox, have you seen the stuff with D-Wave computers and quantum computers?
I've heard of it. I kind of know what they claim to do, and they claim it is, but I don't necessarily trust the official story as to what it does and what it's for.
Yeah, you got to take it for a grain of salt. And I remember that Jordy is his name. You can watch him on YouTube. Jordy.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Jordy.
Jordy Rose, correct?
Yes. He was going into great lengths about how they're able to basically. I liked it when they talked about this, where you have this. Say you have a needle in a haystack you're trying to find. Well, instead of just one machine, you can task out all these computers to search the one haystack for a needle. And in other words, he mentions you can tap into other realities. That's what he says.
I know.
Or other dimensions, I think he says, or something. So they're messing with something with dimensions and reality. Something is in the.
Or that could have been, as Sandy says, a man's fuse. That could have been.
It could have been a man's
fuse. The science community getting out in front of it, because that speech was in 2016 or 17.
2016, yeah.
And he did the TED Talk circuit and whatever. Maybe they were getting out in front of it. It's supernatural, but they want us to believe science is doing it.
Right.
Same with CERN and their little, tongue-in-cheek video with the guy with the Bond #1 Mandela thing over his neck.
Yeah, what I'm wondering is the Mandela effect was so huge in 2016 and 2017. What happened between then and now? It's almost like we got silenced.
I think it's still really huge. We're seeing new ones every day.
YouTube likes to,
the censorship. Yeah.
They try to deflect these type videos into conspiracy. We're not conspiracy. We're just seeing the effects. That's all.
I know. And then when it does make it to mainstream, it's always misremembering, confabulation, or they paint us with a crazy brush like Criminal Minds did. Yeah, I just don't even watch anything mainstream that's going to cover it. I know there was this HBO thing recently. I would have had to pay to see it, and I wasn't even going to try. I don't go to things that I'm pretty sure are just going to be a hit piece. Because it's just going to upset me. I already know that Mandela effect is real. I've seen my own possessions change before my eyes. I told you with Noah in the Bible and having more sons and all that, I've seen several of my Bible changes take place before my eyes, as if the word goes foggy on the page, and now it's a new word when I blink my eyes a couple times. Right when, I'm finding out about it, so I check my Bible. I've seen it change before my eyes sometimes. So I can't pretend that that's not real or supernatural. And I don't think the D-Wave or CERN necessarily, I mean, they could be, I guess they could be in back of something quantum happening, but I really think it's bigger than anything man can do. I think that might have been their man's excuse, these hints and these dropping these little hints of what D-Wave and CERN might be up to. It might be the man's excuse.
Mm-hmm.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely see what you mean.
So they all think that science is doing it, man is doing it. They really don't want us thinking about God, trusting that it could be God or the other side, right?
Well, what do you think it's God, or do you think it's Satan, or do you think it's man causing it?
Well, I do kind of think there has been some sort of a tear in reality. A tear or a rip or a bubble or a pinhole in some sort of reality. I don't know how to explain it, but in the fabric of reality, like there's a pinhole and that's pulling, and so more and more things are changing or becoming apparent.
What's weird to me is how many hurricanes we've had this season. It's been crazy. Like,
I didn't even know. I don't watch news. There's a lot of hurricanes.
The coronavirus. This is like the worst
virus
virus ever.
Last year, that one that just hung out on top of parts of Jamaica for days. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
I haven't been watching the weather lately, so I didn't know we're in hurricane trouble again.
Yeah, Hurricane Eta became a tropical storm, and it hit the Carolinas.
Wow.
It hit Florida twice, actually.
Huh.
Yeah, I know, it's insane. So I'm trying to think of some earlier. What was your first Mandela effect? The one that screamed in your face?
Summer of 2017, my oldest daughter, who was, I guess she would have been 22, 23, we were on the phone talking about all kinds of things, and she brought up Berenstain Bears. Well, first she said, do you know what the Mandela effect is? And I said, no. And she said, some people remember Mandela dying, da, 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 da. And she goes, here's an example you might even know, Mom. Well, first of all, I told her I remember Mandela's funeral, July 1991. Anchor memory, because my dad had surgery. And, you remember your dad having surgery. It's a big deal in most people's lives, Mm-hmm. And so I have an anchor memory of that being on the TV, that funeral, right when my dad was sitting around convalescing or recovering. So I understood, okay, wow, there's two different realities at least. And then she said, you might know this one, Mom. Remember our Berenstain Bears, the bee book? Big Brown Bear and all that? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, how did you spell Berenstain? So I spelled it with an E, like Berenstein, like a Jewish name. And she said, no, Mom, it's Berenstain, like a stain on your shirt, with an A. So I rushed over to my bookshelf, and I have the one that I've had since I was about 4 years old. The one I read to my children. I still have that book. And I've seen that title and that name of the author literally 10,000 times in my life, reading it over and over as a child and then to my children and then to nieces and nephews. So it had an A, and I lost my crap. After that, I was on a bender for finding out what is going on. So keep in mind, this was 3 whole years ago, 3.5. So you're right. I was able to go to YouTube, say Mandela Effect, go to Google, say Mandela Effect, and there was a boom of information supporting it, denying it, arguing with it, explaining it, but at least it was all over the place and you could get a lot of info. That's how I found you. That's how I found Savory. And now you search it and all you see is, as with a lot of subjects, 500 videos of the official sources mainstream sources before you find, a homemade, regular people doing their videos type of information. If you find those at all in the search. I don't even know, because I'm subscribed to all you big guys. For me, big Mandela channels. Like you guys and Moneybags and Stavely and stuff. But my goodness, they are trying to bury it and come out with their man excuses. For anybody that comes to it new, they're going to find Criminal Minds explaining it, HBO explaining it, all these sort of official sources, Robin Roberts on Good Morning America calling it confabulation and misremembering. And then people are so short attention span now that they're satisfied to hear that tiny little 10-second soundbite. Oh, okay, those people are wrong. They're just misremembering. Okay, go about my day.
Yeah, it's just like the Monopoly guy. The Monopoly guy. Everybody knows he had a monocle. And
Publishers Clearinghouse, Ed McMahon. Everybody knows that one when you first ask them. And then you tell them what it is now, and they're like, oh, okay, I guess I had it wrong. And it drives you nuts, because it's like, no, don't you see it changed? It changed.
I know, they're doubting their own memories now.
Yep.
Well, they just go ahead and accept the new, because it's easier than thinking hard, scratching their head, remembering back to when you're a little kid, and you got to be at least 35 years old, 30, 35 years old or more. I'm 47. But to remember those coming in the mail and it being sort of a treat, your mom always gave it to you because it's junk mail, right? And you get to lick all the stickers and play with them, and, people don't remember and they don't want to take the time to think hard. That's what I run into. These are people I love, people my age. They just don't even want to, you got to think too hard. You got to doubt reality. I don't want to go there.
So when did thinking become like a sin now?
A chore. I think it's a chore.
Chore, yeah.
I also think there's been a concentrated effort to dumb people down and to lower our attention span, and I've observed it over. I was in kindergarten in 1978, and then I went to college when I was 30. After all my kids got into school, I went back and went to college, and I realized, good God, how dumb are these kids? Because when I graduated high school, I had a pretty decent amount of education under my belt, but I saw from age 17 to age 30 what high schools in my local area, this was all still in my local area that I grew up in, the high school, the kids coming out of high school and joining college at 17, 18, 19 years old, and how gosh darn dumb they were. And they weren't dumb people. Their education was insufficient. I mean, a lot of them couldn't do basic math. They didn't know anything about anything. They hadn't read the Diary of Anne Frank. They'd gone on the internet and just read a paragraph and wrote their report, because you can do that now. And they didn't get quality education, even just in that gap of, 15, 13 years or something. So, and now it's been since 30 to 47, it's been almost another 2 decades since then. And I shudder to think that, my kids just all graduated high school. My last one got done in 2017. My kids aren't dumb, but their education was insufficient. It was. I could see it. I tried to fill in. Their other mom and dad, were divorced, and so they had 2 sets of parents.
Yep.
They did a good job filling in. My kids are really good with their money. They're really good but they had a dad that sat there and really meticulously paid the bills and taught them how to balance checkbooks and explained to them why we pay taxes every year, or if some people get tax money back, some people pay in, the whole deal. There's other kids that didn't even know they just graduated high school, and they thought, oh, wow, credit cards in the mail. And so they grabbed them up, spent it all, and got in debt. My kids knew better, So it just depends what they learn. And there has to have been a concentrated effort for the curriculum in regular public schools to be so dumb and so low and so basic that the kids they're producing out and pushing out into society, they don't have much thinking going on. And they don't have much under their belt and now we know reality isn't even, half the facts we learned are not the truth now anymore. So I would hate to be homeschooling or teaching a child now, because I could perhaps tell them wrong about 100 things. Because I would tell her what I learned, and they might look in a book and find out, oh, you're wrong.
I remember as a kid, knowing that George Washington chopped down a cherry tree with an axe.
Yeah.
And right. I always figured it was a fable, but yes, we learned it.
Yeah, it turns out it was a fable, right?
What?
George Washington never chopped down a cherry tree.
Is it even taught to kids now at all, or is it just in the memory hole of us people? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wondered that myself.
I think it's just kind of one of those quote never existed now or whatever. I don't know. I just know it fell in the bracket somewhere of Mandela effects, and so I don't know if it's simply, oh, that never happened. Well, I didn't honestly believe it happened for sure. You do when you're 6 years old, you believe it. But as you grow up, you kind of figure that was probably a fable. But the wooden teeth, the wooden false teeth, I always believed that as a kid. And as I grew up, I was like, there's no way wooden teeth would work for anyone. That's silly. Why'd they teach us that crap? You know, it was just, maybe it was just another one of those little fable things. It makes no sense, half the stuff we learn.
Wow.
Now that one, the wooden teeth, that is a total Mandela effect for me because I've seen them. And now they're not wooden. They were wooden in my past.
Sandy, can you speak a little louder?
Yeah, I know. The call thing doesn't work. You may have to translate, Brian. But the wooden teeth, I supposedly saw them, but now they're not wooden. So that is a total Mandela effect for me.
Wow.
Oh, like they're on display in a museum or something?
Well, I didn't know what she said because of what did she say?
Well, are they in a museum or something?
Yeah, in Philly. I'm going to go look it up. I'll be right back.
Okay. Rich Fasanic is messaging me now, by the way, guys. He says, check out this video. Basically, something about hooking into people's minds to some kind of internet, and they could put your brain into a virtual reality mix with the real reality. So they could
That's how I feel like we all are.
to make you see illusions, a false reality mixed with the real one. You have to watch it and get a grip on what they're doing. I'm listening to the show and was in chat. Okay, thanks, Rich.
Thanks, Rich.
It feels like to me like what we're living in is this false reality mixed with what we were always taught was real. And grew up knowing, you know.
Yeah, and I've always heard knowing is half the battle.
Right. Knowledge is power. A lot of people that I talk to, they try to say, as soon as I start talking about Mandela effect, or if they even let me explain long enough to get this far, they say, oh, I see. It's just something you're learning about on the internet. So you're trusting the internet to tell you the Berenstain Bears or whatever. I mean, any example, pick one. But they say you're trusting the internet. And I'm like, no. A lot of these have physically changed in my home, like my Berenstain Bears. We're just remembering that one wrong. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm a book person. No, I'm not. Right? And then what about the ones I physically seen change before my eyes? How is that? And then they just don't believe you. You know, and then our kidneys moved, our heart moved. We'll prove it. Open your chest and show me where your heart and kidneys are. You're trusting the internet. I mean, there's always an argument for it to justify it in the other person's brain because they just don't want to even think that any of this could ever happen. Well, I didn't want to think that either. But, you know, when you're faced with it, open to it, and then you see the proof because it keeps on happening to you personally, there's no denying it. I mean, I guess you could, but you know.
And are you familiar with, like, labels? Like when you label something?
Well, give me an example. What kind of labeling do you mean?
Okay, like there's this thing in psychology called false memory syndrome, It basically describes a condition in which a person's identity and relationships are affected by false memories, recollections that are factually incorrect, yet are strongly believed.
So actual legitimate false memory, I suppose those exist, wouldn't you? Yeah, I suppose that exists.
I mean, it is weird how, like, you know, and especially this goes for courtroom cases and stuff like that. When there's a witness involved, you know, sometimes the witnesses might not be always correct.
Yeah, one of them has to be wrong. If one says he was a black man in a white T-shirt, and the other one says, well, I saw an Asian man in a pink T-shirt. One of them has to be wrong, or both of them have to be wrong. It can't be both, is what we've always thought. However, now, with reality being fluid, perhaps they're both right. Their perception, this person perceived black man in whatever shirt, and this one perceived an Asian man in whatever shirt. And nobody's lying and nobody's wrong. So how could court ever work? How could, someone saying, I swear I didn't do it? Let's think back before pinging a cell phone, let's say 30 years ago. I swear, officer, I didn't do it. I swear, judge, I didn't do it. I was in New Haven that weekend, but they don't have proof. And here's someone else saying, I saw you there. I saw you commit the crime over here in New York. Well, the jury's going to believe that just because juries tend to believe if someone made it this far to arrested and in jail and sitting before a judge and jury, they probably did it. And especially if there's any witnesses, they did it. So it makes me doubt so many of who's in jail now, who's in prison now. It makes me doubt so many things. I mean, when you really think about reality being fluid.
Yeah, I was thinking it's got to be some kind of obviously it's not written in stone, I guess, so to speak, because
right. I mean, my only way to describe it is reality is fluid. It is not constant. It is not set in stone. It is not. There is not one truth. I mean, a husband and wife are arguing. I know you cheated on me. I swear I never did. Well,
but the part that scares me, okay, Running Fox, is that, like family members, that you're used to seeing day in, day out. All of a sudden, one day they change, and sometimes they flip back and forth between the realities. And
what if you, as far as not they don't see the very same bear thing, or they change like they are a totally different personality?
Yes, that's the part that scares me. That
has not happened to me yet.
It feels like it would feel like the invasion of the body snatchers. I swear.
Yeah.
I swear to you.
I'm afraid of that too. I did have another example. Did I tell you guys about my husband? How he's an identical twin and the memory that he has.
Sure, you want to talk about that?
No. Well,
I'd love to hear it.
False memories have to exist, right? Well, my husband is an identical twin, and he and his twin both remember being the one who fell down this cement cellar and bumping their head bad enough to get, ambulance and go to the hospital and concussion and all that when they were about 6 years old. Or, I'm sorry, I take it back. They both recall watching the other boy fall. They don't remember the one that fell. They both remember seeing it happen to one another. So, I had to ask the mom. I'm like, which one freaking fell down the cellar in 1970, whatever? And she says it was my husband. And my husband is like, I watched Ted fall. It was not me. I would remember bashing my head and falling in a cellar. I mean, so that's even weirder. Because they both remember watching the other one. So whoever fell might have had an out-of-body experience. See what I mean?
Whoa.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Their brain process is watching their twin fall. To this day, I don't know who actually fell.
Oh, my God.
Isn't that weird?
That is bizarre.
They both have had seizures, two seizures in their adult life. They both had two of them. and they came when there was a traumatic health, like when they were sick or hurt. So you can't go by that because they both had a seizure or two. They both had two.
That is bizarre.
I mean, so things like that make you really wonder, how can we ever for sure know that, like, a witness saw the bad guy do it, or the accused guy do it in a court case? Or, I mean, I hope to God I'm never on a jury again. I was on one once, but I turned out the day before the vote, they picked 14 of us, and so there's 2 alternates in case someone gets sick or whatever. The day before the vote, oh my gosh, thank goodness they let me go. I was an alternate. They keep all 14 the whole time, and right before the vote, they let their 2 alternates go before deliberation. And so I was like so relieved. I was pretty sure the guy was guilty, but now, and this was before, this was 2014, 2015, somewhere in there. So it was before I even knew about Mandela effect and reality being so fluid. But now I'm glad I didn't have to choose whether to send a man to prison for decades.
Theresa, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I found something
Was
on the
Sandy
wooden
or
teeth.
Teresa trying to say something that I couldn't hear?
I think it was
or...
Sandy was trying to say something.
Oh.
It's okay.
Let her go.
It's all right. I was just saying that I found some things on the wooden teeth. I found a picture of what I remember, and then I found somebody like recreating it, like joking around, but it's weird because they
So
have
what's the
fully
deal with
wooden
this?
teeth.
Explain about the wooden teeth. Was it George Washington that had wooden teeth suspected, or?
Okay, so
That's what I always learned.
yes,
It was just one of those
supposedly.
fun facts about our first president in our history book when we were in like 3rd grade or something.
Uh-huh. So apparently it's a myth now that George Washington had wooden teeth. Now his teeth are actually made with like all sorts of random animals.
What?
Yeah.
Random what?
I'm gonna explain it. Give me a minute. But I remember seeing the denture, and it looked like wood. Like it looked like this. Here, I'm gonna send you a picture. Like not so shiny, but like brown and smooth. Here, I'm sending you pictures.
No problem. I just got to let everybody know we got it. We got to cut it in about 8 minutes. Okay.
Oh.
You want me to we can get one more caller, or you want to?
No. We're fine. Running Fox. This.
Well, what did she say about the wooden teeth? See, when Sandy talks, all I hear is like Charlie Brown adult sound, womp 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 womp, like that.
I know
What?
it sounds like that when you talk too. It's something with the connection between StreamYard and whatever software Brian's using for these phone calls.
Yeah.
It's the same way. We can't hear you very well either.
It's Google Voice.
Yeah.
It's not great.
I think I saw something recently about the teeth too, because it was like, oh well, it was a myth that he had wooden teeth, and what he actually had was a combination of screws and little chunks of metal, and he had this metal brace that held them in, and he was always uncomfortable and grumpy looking, and yada yada. Is that what she was saying?
Now it's gold, lead, hippopotamus ivory, horse, and donkey teeth.
No way.
Yeah. I sent you pictures.
It was totally wood.
That's more unbelievable than wood.
Yeah, I sent you pictures.
All right, let me see. I'm going to share these photos with you guys.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Brian.
So if you have
I won't be able to see it until after because I'm on my device.
If you have a fear of looking at ugly teeth, then don't watch.
Another fear?
When you're done showing these, I'll send you what the real teeth look like. I didn't send that to you yet.
Okay.
So this is what I remember seeing.
Third grade, and you think about wooden teeth, and you think about it for 5 minutes, it would never work. Wood rots when it's wet, and food particles and splinters, and I mean wood in teeth. It would never work.
Right, and wood is porous, so it gets soft in the mouth.
Especially way back then, but
it would warp and get soft in the mouth because of the wood, because the wood absorbs water. But I do have a picture of his actual teeth.
I was so disgusted tonight with the different Mandela effects. I was like, whatever's the weirdest thing is going to be the answer.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Wouldn't it?
Brian, I just sent you his real teeth.
Okay.
What?
So this was like the wooden box that you're seeing. That's like a mock-up. Someone like, creating a prop. That wasn't real.
Okay.
This is real.
All right.
No way.
Describe it to me, Brian. I can't see because I'm on my device.
Okay, it looks like Indian corn.
Oh, wow.
It looks like Indian corn. Is stuck in his teeth. That's what it looks like. It's got like
they never
to get to the dinner.
big toothy grin in those old portraits. They always looked stern. Maybe they all had mess mouth, rotten teeth.
Didn't they have dental floss back then? I guess
I'm
not.
sure they didn't.
They didn't have Coca-Cola, so they can't blame it on Coca-Cola.
So again, what you're looking at
is brush. They haven't figured that out yet. That you should brush.
Well, what you're looking at is horse teeth.
Well, I was reading some sort of a history book that I bought for my nephew a couple of years ago. He was about 13, and it was just all kinds of American history. And I remember a section in there saying that the typical person didn't bathe, like put their entire body in a bathtub, except about once a month. Now, the very wealthy, they would do it about every 2 weeks.
I can't imagine.
But other than that, because they had maids and servants to boil the water and carry it upstairs and dump it in the tub, and
I can't imagine
like a typical family, nope.
I can't imagine going more than 2 days without a bath or shower.
Yeah, I know.
It's disgusting. And then, just think about and they wore such layers and layers, and I'm thinking about the women with the petticoat and then the hoopy thing and the poopy thing, and dresses were big, heavy material because they needed to last. They weren't the cheap stuff we get today at Walmart. They were heavy clothing. And so sometimes I wish that I'd been, that I had lived this life and been me, but 200 years ago, like in the 1800s. And then I think about facts like that, and I'm like, no, never mind. I'm glad it's now, because I have to bathe at least every 36 hours. If it's been a whole day and a half, I feel so grungy and disgusting.
Absolutely. I'm with you there, Running Fox. So Running Fox, are you in Theresa's group, or have you heard about Theresa's group?
Yes. I'm in the Facebook group, the Mandela Reality Residue Hunters ! But I don't go on it very often because I hate Facebook.
Oh, no.
I go on there about once every 3 weeks and scroll through. My most recent post that I put was, you remember that song in the 60s? My little runaway, run away.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. It was so creepy the other day. I was listening to a playlist of oldie songs, and one of his songs came up, but whoever created the video, they were running little, facts about his life across the screen during the video, whoever made the video. And so it had said something about how he died by suicide with a gun in 1990. I'm like, well, that dude's got his shit wrong. Sorry, his stuff wrong.
Wow. Where's the post at?
And I looked into it, and sure enough. But my mom told me about this. She was a big fan of his. She was married in the very early 60s, like 1961, 62. She had her first baby at 62. So she was married in like 62 or 61. And she was very young, like 17. So she would have been listening to that kind of music at a very, important emotional time in a young girl's life. When she knew her songs and we had so many records. By the time I was born in 1970, we had dozens and dozens of records. And that's what we would listen to, over the radio. We would choose the records because they were fun to play with. And my mom told me about that. I think she told me even younger. But I have an anchor memory of her discussing it with me it would have been about 82, because it was right when I got this little radio, my own radio for my own room. It was my first radio for my own room. And I was 9 years old, turning 10, 82, 83. And she told me, oh, that guy died. Yeah, sadly, he killed himself with a gun. He shot himself. And I was like, oh, crap, that's bad. And then I remember also hearing through the years, like, that he was kind of a one-hit wonder in America. But he didn't have very many songs. But he had a few, and he was a little bit bigger in the UK or whatever. I kind of remembered that. And I remembered a couple other songs that he sang, but not a lot. Now you look at him, this dude has dozens of albums, dozens of big songs that he wrote and he sang and he recorded, and they didn't hit it so big. And then like Frankie Valli or Bobby Avalon or whoever, Frankie Avalon, Bobby Darin, different guys would take his songs and they'd hit it big and he'd get the money, the royalties. And he didn't kill himself until 1990. What? I have big anchor memories about that because my mom also was the type who repeated things. She'd tell you something over and over again. So whenever that song came up on the oldies show, or when it was the theme song for Crime Story in the later 80s, it would come on every week, and she'd say it again. Oh, gosh, and too bad he killed himself back in the 60s. So in her reality, he died in the late 60s. It was by a gun, self-inflicted. How could she know that?
Yeah, and see, we hear about these deaths and celebrities and all that. I don't know if you remember, but some weird stuff started happening in 2015. For me, it was ever since that plane went down over the Pacific. Remember that plane that supposedly they couldn't find?
Malaysian flight 270, something like that. Malaysian one?
Something like that. Yeah, a plane went missing.
It had like 200 passengers.
Yeah, they never found it.
Yeah.
How do you never find a plane? I mean,
Well, I've also seen stories. Granted, they are internet stories. But when you get a Mandela effect with a big World War II thing, like when there was those crazy razzle-dazzle battleships with the crazy paint. And so people really started looking at some major facts they thought they knew about World War II. Or you watch a video by All Time, and you got 5 of them in there, but he only talks a minute about them. So you'd go look. And I remember coming across a couple of articles where it would say, just recently, like literally in the 2010s, 2013, 2015, that there would be an instance, and this happened several times, an instance somewhere here in America where all of a sudden a World War II plane was flying through the air. I swear at least one of them landed and showed up somewhere, and people didn't know the guy, and they didn't know where the plane was from. And then the story was just like, it just ended. It didn't tell you who did they figure out who he is, or what, you know what I mean? And then I thought, it's probably a fake story, and I let it go. But when you think about the other side of the coin, a plane disappearing from today, nowadays, currently, present day, versus a World War II plane suddenly appearing in the skies and even landing today. Okay, are they crossing some sort of reality timelines, whatever you want to call the word? Two different realities, two different whatevers. The whole story about storming the beach at Normandy is different now than what we grew up knowing. I mean,
so
the coast is different.
What happened now with Normandy?
Well, a whole bunch of things because, okay, let me see if I can remember it right. The way that I learned it was the beaches in France, Normandy, and it was World War II, right? Or was it World War I? Whichever. No, it was II because Hitler was involved. Okay, so it was American and British and whoever was all on the Allied side, and they had to wait a day to even do it because the weather was so bad they couldn't get their planes through the storm. And when they finally did, it was just this mad rush, and there were several thousand, I don't know, 2,000 or 3,000 soldiers who stormed the beaches of Normandy. The Germans were not expecting us. And when the battle took place, a lot of people died and whatever, and blah, blah, blah. But Normandy itself, the beach of Normandy, it's not even in the same place now. It was about a year ago when I looked into this. Now, I can't swear what's now. But about a year ago when I looked into this, the beach at Normandy it wasn't even on a coast that made sense with the story. All this trouble getting there and having to do these hopper flights from other places because it was this lone beach, nothing around and all that. And the maps more currently were showing that there wasn't even really a western coast of France because it's all a different shape now and it's pointed a different way. And it would be more of a northern coast, Normandy, and there were plenty of advantages, plenty of places like I don't want to say where, I don't think Spain, but different places there where they could have landed and had hopper flights that were much easier. I mean, a lot of facts about it were totally different from what I remembered. And even the uniforms and things, when you look at the pictures, there's pictures, and they don't look like the uniforms I remember from World War II. I mean, I just remember this olive drab sort of, kind of like what they had on MASH, that kind of olive green.
Yeah.
And my father-in-law was in World War II. I saw his uniform. His uniform was brown.
What branch was he in?
Medic.
What branch of the service was he in?
I think he was in the.
I mean, what year? We're
Army
talking.
Air Corps, maybe.
Yeah, what year
and
are we
he got
talking?
shot immediately upon arriving in France. He got shot by a man who was in a fist fight over a girl. Two men came stumbling out of the bar at the end of the pier. It's like literally they got off the ship after sailing for days, and they tumble onto the pier. You get off your ship and you're walking up a pier, and this is kind of usually along the coast. There's sort of quite the party town. There's bars, restaurants, there's ticket offices and things along there. And he walked right up, and these two gentlemen were fighting, apparently over a girl. That's what the police report said. And one of them pulled a gun and shot the other one, where the bullet zipped past the guy and shot my father-in-law in the hand. So he was, on some sort of bed rest and stuff until that healed. And I think they offered to let him go home. I mean, obviously he wasn't going to see combat now, and that's what he was going to do. And then he didn't talk about it with us, but my mother-in-law told us, years later, she was like, I think he was relieved that he wasn't going to be in combat, and he then served as a medic. He was trained already from, whatever all training he'd been through and other things he'd done in the Army. So he was just like a medic and what we would call an orderly, a helper, in the medical staff in the MASH type hospitals. And he came back from the war, but he never talked about it.
Oh, wow.
That's an amazing story.
So would you, if that was you, I mean, any job, but I mean, that's one big thing about the World War II guys. They never talked about it. The Vietnam guys talked very little about it, and now today they encourage, please talk about it, because you see what happens if you don't. I mean, you kind of live a grumpy, miserable, quiet life, and you suffer a lot inside, or, we have a lot of losses after they get home.
Yeah,
they don't talk about it.
Nobody wanted to talk about the Vietnam War, and why was that?
Are you seriously asking, or are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm being I'm asking you. Yeah, because we would have won that war. Obviously, we probably would have won it.
Well, yeah, a lot of things went wrong. A lot of things went wrong. That's what I always feel like. That's what happens when you let the CIA decide what we're doing in battle. You know, I think the wrong people were in charge, and just a lot of things.
Yeah, and also
I think there was a lot of experimenting on our soldiers with medications and drugs, and just
Yep, and that was the first time. That was the first time a war was being televised. Like they had reporters, news reporters on the ground, and they were reporting back to the USA. So we were seeing all the negative sides of the war, the losses and everything. We weren't seeing the gains really.
It was really crazy, you know, to put our soldiers into the conflict and then show the American public all this horrificness, and so that the American public just turns on their own boys.
Yeah.
Everybody, you murderers, you terrible people.
And we just, it was a few days ago. We just celebrated, Veterans Day a few days ago. So again, shout out to all the veterans out there. I myself am one, but there are many other ones that have served in war, like World War II, and I didn't see that kind of conflict. So that's
thank God.
Yeah, thank God. But yeah, thank you all for coming tonight, and we much appreciate Running Fox. Thank you for calling in. You brought so much to the table tonight.
Yes, thank you.
And so we had to keep you on. You just had so much pouring out, like it was like gushing out of you. So I'm glad you were able to get that out.
I should start my own radio show, but I'm just too shy.
Oh, you can do it.
No, you'd be fine. You'd be great. Oh my God.
But, I don't know if you guys get very many haters, but most channels do, and it's like, I don't know if I can handle that.
No, I think our community is pretty close knit, and we don't really get that much, I would say.
I mean, I could say I've had a few tomatoes thrown in my face.
Right. You have the power to block them and things like that, and you just, you be smart and you don't broadcast where you really live and things like that. I mean, I know kind of the rules, but then I think, well, do I really want to put that much effort into it? I enjoy calling in when I get a chance on things, and I've called into Stavely's, and I've called in on various other kind of missing person shows and things like that, other interests that I have, and that's kind of my niche, I guess, or my little corner is to be a guest rather than to be a host. I don't really want to be a host.
Well, let me just say that you're a great guest, Running Fox.
Absolutely awesome.
Don't ever forget that the bonding. I mean, we have quite a bond in the community of folks here with the Mandela Effect community.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you guys are out there and you're looking for a place to turn to talk and chat with other folks that are Mandela affected, please click over to Theresa's group. I posted in the chat a while ago, but here, let me post her group again. And Running Fox, you said you're a part of that group?
Yes, she is.
I've been in it for about a year.
I'm looking at Theresa's group now, and I think she's had it, for 2 years now, Theresa, right?
Almost 3.
I think it's almost 3 next year,
and she has 2.3 thousand.
Next year,
2.3 thousand or 2.3K members. I guess it's the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah, let me post
almost there. May 4th next year will be 3 years, because I remember saying May the 4th be with you. Remember, Candy?
Yes.
I remember that. I can't believe it's been almost been 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
and the group started really, I only started with a few people, and it grew really fast. Like, I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, Raleigh.
Oh, hi, Raleigh. I forgot. Raleigh, thank you for wishing me a happy birthday too. I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt anybody.
Theresa and Casey. Kay also wish you a happy birthday.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming. Thank you, Running Fox.
Thank you.
Running Fox, if you'll give Sandy your email address, I am compiling all those emails together, and I will get those books out. So yeah, it's get with Sandy, and we'll get you a Mandela Effect book. Okay.
Okay. I'll probably do it through Messenger on
Okay.
Facebook, just because that's easier.
Okay, no problem at all.
Just send me a message on Messenger.
Huh?
She can just send me a message on Messenger since she's in the
Message on
Facebook
Messenger?
group.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
I'll see her there in Teresa's group and just go that route.
Yep, that works perfectly.
Okay.
I'll see that before email. I'm horrible with email, so I'll see that faster.
I kind of wanted to end with a little prayer. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes.
Well, give me a second here to think, because there's a lot of people out there that need our support, and prayers. So, again, I know there's a lot of charitable organizations out there that are already doing this sort of thing, but it always pays to give. There's lots of charities out there, but the main thing is, like, I think God really wants your time more than anything else. So we're going to give him that moment right now, and we want to thank God for everyone here in this chat. Thank God for having the resources to be able to get information out to you guys. Thank God for Theresa and Sandy and all the folks out there who are really working hard at churning residue for the Mandela Effect community. You guys are very valuable, and I want to thank I know my parents were not in support of me at first with the Mandela Effects, but then once they really saw what the Mandela Effect was, they were in full support of me. So thanks, Mom and Dad, for looking out for me there. And if anyone has a special intention right now, I mean, just think about it, and we'll pray for that as well. But yes, I know it's a tough year, been a real tough year with this coronavirus. So we pray, Father Heavenly God, that this virus is it's not going to take too much more of a toll on us, and we always keep our faith in you and in your Son Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Thank God for Brian, who brought us all together with this channel.
Yes, thank you,
If we
Brian.
have this channel, I wouldn't know any of you guys.
Thank you, Running Fox. It was great having you, and everybody have a great Mandela Effect 9. God bless. Captain Kirk, thanks for joining. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
Good night, guys. Thank you.
Good night,
Running
everyone.
Fox. Good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming to my